Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's May the 9th, 2024. It's the evening, and it's time for the fourth weekly Dum-Dum celebration. And no, it's not for people that are not very intelligent. No, it's the real meaning of Dum-Dum. The great apes of the African jungle will celebrate and have Dum-Dum congregations where they bang on things and celebrate and beat their chest for a great victory against an enemy tribe of apes, or perhaps they have killed a giant elephant to eat, because you know the great apes eat elephant meat. Or perhaps they have found a valuable comic book out there in the wild, something that presents well. Anyway, this is your host, Dr. Orloff, coming at you here every week. And we have the link in the chat. I think it's still there, so you can come on in. Let's see if we've got any guests. We've got a whole bunch of people scheduled for tonight. Let's see who shows up. Looks like there was a dot there. Is that person still? Oh, yes, he's still there. Let's see what we got here. Add to state. Wyatt's Night Tiger Comics. How you doing there? Let's give you full screen. He's out.
Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone.
Yeah, what are you up to there?
You know, I tell everybody about the name of your channel, and they look at me like I'm insane. And I try to explain it, like you just did, and they walk away dumbfounded. I'm like, hey,
the name of the channel or the name of the Thursday night show?
The Dum-Dums.
Yeah. Well, they have to read Edgar Rice Burroughs books. They have to read the Tarzan books and don't just watch the movies. That's where that comes from.
I've been getting a lot of people texting me the picture of that sucker rappers.
The Dum-Dums? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people interested in this show. What?
Everybody I tell.
Oh, okay. Your fellow truckers out there on the road?
No, some YouTubers.
Oh, okay. Well, they're welcome.
Oh, let me announce it here first. Not this Saturday, next Saturday night. It's going to be a face-off between me and Captain Strangelove, Golden Age against Golden Age. We got a mother and daughter referee team. We'll be doing giveaways, and it's all going to be for fun. We'll see who has the better collection.
I think I already knew about that.
No, we just talked about it yesterday, the day before.
Well, I think Strange Life was talking about it last night.
Oh, okay. That's where you heard it.
Spilled the beans.
Heard it through the grapevine.
Yep.
So I got to finish chaining my truck and pull up there on top of the hill, and I can show some cool comics that I brought with me here to Alabama.
Well,
I'll use my Alabama draw. Go roll tide. That's all I ever hear over here.
So what are you hauling?
Mobile home axles and tires. Yep, I got to chain my own truck. Hey, don't you have a production team there for you to fix your camera and all that stuff?
No.
Are they off? They're off for tonight?
Why, is my camera not looking good tonight?
No, I saw you fixing it. I'm like, doesn't he have people for that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to, but they're all very
Bidenomics.
Yeah, that, and they had to be executed, most of them. And then there were no more people after I'd executed them all for their inferior workmanship. Okay, so we see your truck, and wow, that's really neat. I mean, you guys are the heroes of the country. You guys and the first responders, and even people like Paulo Costa. He's the hero of Portugal. He says, good evening here. And Dr. Five says, I'll be coming on soon. That is great. And we're going to have some new visitors tonight that no one's ever met before. As Dr. Fabio, our own whack pack here on Thursday night. Uh-oh, it seems to be frozen, or is that my problem? I don't know.
Oh, remember those wacky packs we used to get in the 80s and late 70s?
You might be a little younger than me. I remember getting them in the early 70s.
Okay, maybe that's when it was.
Not
Remember
only
the
do I remember them, but they changed my life. Like, there's no way I can really explain to you how much I loved Wacky Packages.
They transformed you?
In third grade, absolutely. Wacky Packages, because that was how I was first exposed to the art of Norman Saunders. You know, I wasn't around in the days of pulps, but there are these little stickers where I could buy a pack for 5 cents, and I have unbelievable amounts of those Wacky Packages from the. Oh yeah, they're everywhere in the house.
You remember the Wacky Wafer candy?
I don't know.
No,
That's an actual real candy, huh?
Wacky Wafers. Google it. I can't believe you know. How about Razzles? They're like the fizzy little candies.
Man, you know, I don't really know a lot about all the different candy.
We used to have a candy store called Casey's, and we got a quarter or a nickel or whatever it was. And we were off to Casey's.
Yeah.
They had remember the rope gum? Sour apple, grape.
Man, I was never a gum chewer, man. I'm just not cool. I was never a coffee drinker or a gum chewer. The gum that came with the Wacky Packages was this thick, stiff board that, if you put it in your mouth, might gouge open the side of your mouth until it got moist. I would chew that sometimes, but a lot of times I just threw the stick out because it's really pretty hideous. I've just never been a gum chewer.
My son just texted me. Fruity
flavor, I can't keep chewing on
it. My son just texted me that Fruity Pebbles are buy one get one free at Publix.
Missing Mars says, "Good evening, Paulo, Night Tiger, Gratu, and Doctor."
Good evening. Good evening. Do your Dracula. Good evening. Did you watch the Monster Squad?
Huh?
Did you watch the Monster Squad with what's his name from Love Boat?
Yeah,
the Porter guy
series. Yeah.
Yeah. They reused the
unrelated movie. It had nothing to do with it, a similar idea.
They reused all the Batman 66 props and stuff from the show for that. A lot of actors.
I remember that. I've got it on disc. Yeah, in fact, I remember that being on.
Got to make sure these are tight so they don't fall off the trailer. They always complain. You know, too. Yeah. I stopped to get my Reese's sticks and I couldn't believe it. They were out of them. I was so mad.
I just bought Reese's sticks myself.
Oh, them are good, man. They're the best. And they have the lowest calorie of all the Reese's candies.
Really?
Yeah, because they have a lot of that wafer in it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear they're healthy. They're health food.
Oh, I didn't say they were healthy. I said they're the healthiest.
Yeah, I'm glad to be fine.
So I had to get
someone else coming in.
I had to get the Nutrageous. Hey, Kevin.
Can you hear us, Kevin?
I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Earth to Kevin.
Arizona.
How's it going?
It's a dry heat over there.
Yeah, it's not too bad right now.
You hear that all the time from people, but it's a different kind of heat.
Yeah.
It used to scare people away, and now people are coming because it's a dry heat, I think.
Yeah, I never had to use a dehumidifier in Texas. That's a new concept.
Oh yeah, I remember using that in Wisconsin.
Mars says, "Look at Night Tiger manhandle that rig." Manhandle means he's not doing it right.
Hey, look,
Manwich.
What do we have here?
Somebody brought me this today.
Let me blow it up.
You ever had one of these?
Romita, no.
It's a Romita colada. You never had one?
Romita colada. Oh, John Romita, John Colada.
Interesting.
I got some more stickers in too.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah,
everybody's
I'm
boxes
gonna
went
need
out.
more of those soon.
Everybody's packages went out today too.
Yeah, you guys, those things look really great on the front of comic boxes. So if you
Oh,
order
and
something from Kevin, he'll throw
shirts
a
are
few
being
in.
produced right now too.
What is it again? I'm talking over
Shirts are
you.
being produced right now.
Oh, great. Well, I'll need the one for the fattest people imaginable. We've never had someone working on a truck show before. That's pretty incredible.
First time on the Gratu Orloff. I see you're using Orloff again.
I've always used it.
I thought you said that it was a derogatory or something like that, or was it Gratu? Remember, you changed the name.
People don't understand the whole what do you call it, kayfabe? You know, where I act like I'm insane or angry. They think it's
okay.
They get all horrified and they don't realize that I'm just having fun.
We can never tell. There's no transition.
Yeah, well, I think Orloff, I just kept hearing Orloff used in negative connotations, so I thought, well, maybe I should just not. But actually, it wasn't Orloff. I always liked Orloff. It was the Gratu name. I was
okay.
like, oh, that Gratu, he has terrible grammar. Oh, that Gratu, you know, this, that, or other. So Orloff is an actual family name. It was my great-great-grandmother. Her name was Bertha Orloff.
What is that, Transylvanian?
I'm using a monster name from, you know, the Dr. Orloff movies. It's an actual Russian name that is.
So you were gypsies. Sounds like a gypsy
name. That's the name Stan Lee came up with for Strange Tales.
Right.
And so
is Orloff gypsy related?
That one away.
Do you have gypsies in your family line?
I don't believe so. No, it's just no gypsies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Let's see what people are saying here. I don't want to offend all the gypsies watching. Paulo says, "What's up?"
Oh, we're gonna offend everybody.
Yeah,
that's what we do here.
Missing Mars says, "So that rig, he means show that rig who's master." And my wife says, "Kevin, is that a mocktail?" And my wife says, "I'll buy a 3X shirt, Kevin." That's probably what I need too. Kevin, you get those rock and roll garbage pail kids stickers? Missing Mars is asking. Meyer says, "We can never tell."
When you read it, you got to do their voice.
Is there a mouse in his pocket? He's asking if you have a mouse in your pocket.
I didn't know there was rock and roll garbage pail stickers. Where are those at?
How far will Tiger haul those tires?
9 hours to Florida.
Okay. My wife says night tiger, sometimes people get weird on him and he gets weird back. But remember what he's talking about.
We're here to offend.
My wife says, no, Gratu, you need a 2X. No, I really am not here to offend. I'm usually here to be a...
if you're got...
Missing Mars says, from the convention, one was queen. What does that mean? Oh,
if you got thin squin.
He's asking if you have, not from the convention, but from Free Comic Book Day. I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about the stickers that Smokin' Joe had at the Free Comic Book Day. He was thinking it was a convention. And that guy was going to bring more there, and he wants to apparently get... That's what he's talking about. I'm sorry, lots of inside jokes that unless you've been watching every hour of my show, yes, he says, yes, Free Comic Book Day, Smokin' Joe. Boy, that spell correct is messing up everybody's comments. Oh boy, look at this. He's your Wi-Fi is pretty good. You must have a Wi-Fi set up out of your truck.
No, I'm just using AT&T.
Yeah, it's sure better than whatever I have.
Call me AT&T.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are great. Those are those ones that are those your own personal ones, or some of those for sale?
Remember, I
Oh,
can
that's
get
the big boy.
these are samples. I can get any of these you guys want.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I was wanting the robot monster and the Catwoman. They're all great though. That one's real good too. My wife says I think Ratu just wants to save the USA. Well, don't we all? Yep, yep, yep.
I heard you use the dirty word earlier, presentable.
Did I say that?
Yeah, when you're
Oh,
opening the
presents
show.
well. No, presents well.
Presents
No, I
well.
use those words because I have them all written down in this book, so I can be cool.
Words to Orloff by.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were written down in this book. They're written down somewhere, and I think I lost where I wrote them down. But I can remember them. The words that I find annoying.
You're such a teacher.
Oh no.
Leave those kids alone.
Yeah. Okay, I wrote down other stuff in here.
So when you were teaching back in the day, how did you punish your kids? You put them in the corner on their knees, or
What
you
is
just
this?
sent them to principal?
Beautiful coach, says my wife. Oh, you were showing a Munster coach, Kevin. Pink Floyd reference, Night Tiger. Yeah, yeah, Missing Mars picked up on the Pink Floyd reference. So, anyway. So are you at a truck stop?
No, I'm at my headquarters
Oh, okay.
in northern Alabama.
Do you get put up in a motel for the night? Or you
No, they
sleep
pay
in the
me to sleep.
truck?
They pay me if I sleep in my truck.
Oh, okay.
I need the cash. I need to buy books. I just bought a Harvey today, romance comic. Love Problems #3. That's it. I'm a romance comic guy. I missed. What happened to your organ music? Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. I don't hear anything. There we go.
These Ramita coladas aren't that good.
They got how much content alcohol they got?
Oh, I didn't know I had any in it.
Oh, none? Well, that's why they're no good. What happened to the Orloff? We lost him. His neighbor turned on the Wi-Fi. Oh, crap. What did I do? I didn't log out fast enough.
I think I'm back. Can I be heard?
Yes, we hear you.
What?
Go tell your neighbor to turn off their
Everyone was
Wi-Fi.
telling me I was muted. Yeah, really. Yeah,
The muted
I guess I don't
creature.
have the best Wi-Fi.
How many people are in
Huh?
that town you live in? How many people live in that town?
About 47.
Tell them Thursday night, turn off the Wi-Fi, everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we've got some
Have
cool people. Yeah.
Have you met any of your
We've got
neighbors?
some, yeah. How about what are your neighbors like?
My neighbor across the street's cool,
Yeah.
Jonathan. My other neighbor moved away, and the neighbor behind me died. And my other neighbor,
Oh,
he's on house arrest for messing with his niece.
ooh,
He got out of prison. Yeah.
man. Well, so you're driving to where? So you just was there a certain spot where you park your truck and you can sleep safely?
Right here. Right here. I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm safe wherever I'm at. I'm packing, dude. It's un-American not to have a gun.
Yeah.
Even my wife has a gun. She's a school teacher.
Let's see. My wife
All right.
says, laugh out loud. I'm pretty sure these Wi-Fi problems started after these recent tornadoes. Does Night Tiger? Oh, please.
Oh yeah, they have tornadoes here, man. They
Not
wiped
here. It's
out half
gone
the
bad.
town. One
What
year they
did?
wiped out half the town. A tornado, several times.
Where you live?
No, here where I work. They're where
Oh, in
I live too,
Alabama.
but not as often. Oh yeah, I can tell you lots of stories.
That's terrible.
I got to get the
So
comics out here in a second.
Hey, is John Goris in the chat?
I don't know. There's 16 people watching. He
Hey,
could be.
send me the link so I can log on the other way. That way I can see the chat. Can
Okay.
you?
Well, I'll put it. All I can do is put it in the chat again. It'll be at least
Yeah,
post. You won't have to look back.
I don't know why that I
I
can't
don't
see the
think I
chat.
know.
Oh wait. Nope,
Oh, you
I
can't.
can't see the chat. No, maybe it's the phone. Maybe it's the phone instead
Well,
of
I'll
when
put
I,
it on other
no,
people.
no. It's probably that because when I'm on the computer I can see it. I think it was when I'm on the phone I can't see it.
Maybe you guys can tell me what button do you push to see the chat on the TV?
Yeah, I don't.
Is there a
That I don't know
setting?
either.
Oh, what are you looking at? Are you on a Roku or something?
It should be right here. It should be scrolling the chat.
There's
I
some.
usually watch on the
Well,
Xbox.
the reason you're not seeing chat is no one's commenting.
Oh, somebody say something so I
When
can see
people
that.
comment, then a comment will appear.
We need
Yeah.
one comment for every watcher.
Missing Mars says no gurus.
Gratu,
Yeah, most
what
people
was the
don't comment here because they.
what was the movie where the guy was a sculptor or something and he tried to get the cat out of the wall and stabbed it and then he made a sculpture out of it and everybody's like, wow, that looks so real. You know that movie? It's black and white.
I don't know. The
You
Black
never heard
Cat?
of it? Doesn't sound
I
familiar?
don't know, man.
That doesn't sound familiar?
I don't think the Black Cat. That wasn't in the Black Cat. What am I thinking? I don't know
Oh, right here.
why.
This is where you go. Live chat right here.
Okay, yeah.
See, I got a chat button here, but
Missing Mars.
it doesn't do nothing.
See, now it connects right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless I
Okay.
have a chat here, nobody's just. Has anybody chatted at all?
Meyer
Okay,
says
now I see
black
it.
and white.
Yeah, people are saying things from time to time.
Join the chat.
Some. What are they saying? It's black and white. I don't. I don't know.
Oh, it's letting me connect a different way. Sign into StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see here.
I don't know what's work here, man. I don't know how the hell that shit works.
I have an empty spot in my door.
Oh.
How do I get this tab out of here?
guess nothing's going on.
Yeah, we're waiting for people to show up.
John Gore sends me a poster. I'll hang it up right there.
Oh man, that sucks.
Oh yeah. Well, was it a busy day at the store?
It's been slow days.
Really?
Very slow.
I heard the economy's doing great. That's what they say on TV.
You know what the weird thing was? I got 3 calls today. They were all girls looking for jobs.
Oh, really?
So even, women are getting fired.
Okay.
Well,
To your benefit.
are you
I
looking
can't
for
hire anybody.
employees so you could?
No, I can't
mean,
hire anybody.
Would you? Yeah. Maybe that way you could actually leave. You wouldn't have to work every day if you had an employee you could trust that could, run the store.
I like coming to work though.
Oh, Fives is here. At age.
Fabio.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Night Tiger.
Okay.
What's up, brother?
Hey, Night Tiger. The movie you're talking about is Bucket of Blood.
Oh, okay.
The Roger Corman film, and he starts out with a
Bucket of
cat.
Blood. Yeah, I know that movie.
Yeah, he starts out with a cat, and then he progresses to actually killing people and covering them with plaster and having them decorating the little club that he's at.
That was a movie that scared me as a kid, big time.
Yeah, he's in a beatnik club.
Yeah, I remember that, and everybody's like, "Wow, these are so lifelike," and he became like really well known.
Right. Exactly.
So he's like, "I gotta kill more and make more."
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
I did bring some comics because I knew I was going to be on your show. So let me know when you want me to show some comics. Oh, that sucks. I need to shut this curtain. Sucks about this truck is I don't have air in the back. Oh, it's me?
It's all you.
Man, I need more light. It's a little better, I guess.
That's cool.
So we got Tip Top Comics from 1939. 5 pages of Tarzan. Dum-Dum. Dum-Dum. With your wild boar right there. You must be in South Carolina. What else we got? We got some Blue Beetle.
Very cool.
1944.
Wow. That's
EC Stoner cover with Japs. Little tank in the back.
That's real nice.
We got Macra Boy with a Nazi cover.
Very cool. I love military comics.
I'm doing an annual patriotic propaganda Golden Age live stream in about a month. with a couple other collectors. It's going to be hosted on my channel by Jerry the Jitterbug. I don't know if you know him.
I don't.
Watch his channel. He's working on one of my books right now, Thrilling Comics with a Schomburg cover. I think it's 18.
Okay, I will.
I think it's a Nazi cover or a Jap cover. I don't remember.
I like the name.
He's conserving. He's leaf casting the cover.
Oh, that one's beautiful. I love that skull.
Man, I got this just in time. One of my LCS owners was telling me, you can find this for 200, and I finally found one, and now they've doubled. You can't find them less than 400, even in like 1.8s.
That's beautiful.
It's got a great teal background. This was a one-shot Jap cover, Harry A. Chesler, Skyrocket Comics, really high grade. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that's awesome.
1944. Tommy gun.
That's great.
Did you see the one I posted on Instagram today?
No,
Triple
I did
threat.
not.
Check that one out. I read it last night. Oh my goodness, the art was so good. It's got the Duke of Darkness. It's called the Lost Charlton comic. I explained it on Instagram.
Oh,
This
I
is from
love it.
1945. The Bogeyman.
That is great.
He's like the spirit ripoff.
Yeah, I haven't taken the time yet to write all of the information on the back like you guys do. I love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
This way, it seems like you know what you're talking about. You just read the back, and
Right.
everyone thinks you're like super knowledgeable. This one's cool. This is the second Black Widow in comics. She's a villain in Police Comics. The first one was in Timely.
Man, she's stacked.
And she gets killed in the end. She shoots Plastic Man, and the bullet bounces off him and kills her. And she has it loaded with poison. Was lucky to find this on eBay, a high-grade copy for $126. I've been trying to find a second one. I found low grades, but nothing over a 4.0. So this is from 1949, number 96. Jack Cole art. Oh, what else? We got some Kirby. This is a Canadian edition of Headline Comics. It even says Canadian edition right there.
That's cool.
Number 5.
Oh, wow.
So it's number 5 Canadian edition, but the number 5 is not this cover. No, 35. It might be. But it's Jack Kirby art, Simon and Kirby. This is affordable title. Anything after number 30 is pretty affordable. You can get lucky with some high grades for around 30 if you just look for them. Okay, is that it?
Sorry,
My round's over?
No, I was off and I was trying to get back on, but when I come in, it takes you off solo layout.
Atlas, just young men. You probably have some of these, Grazio, I bet.
Of course he does. You guys have everything.
Grazio, you got any of these young men with the hot rod covers and stuff? I think it was called Young Men at War at one point. This is from 1953. It's another one you can, if you find the later issues, they're pretty affordable. I paid $21 for this one on eBay. A lot of the later ones are like hot rods and teenagers and stuff, and the early ones have the Human Torch. Then we have some Dark Knight, just kind of an odd period with this little logo here.
I love it.
I always love these trope covers where it was like something large, you know, like the dinosaur, the penny, the bowling pins. This is number 83 from April 54. A couple of years before I was on.
Paulo says it was called Young Men on the Battlefield.
Yeah, Young Men on the Battlefield. Yeah, Paula will know.
Oh, of course.
Our correspondent. We have, here's a propaganda cover. We have a presidential letter for a loan, war loan. Popular Comics.
Nice.
They also had a war bond cover, which I don't have yet. Still trying to get that one. You got the Yellow Kid right there. One of the first characters in comic books. I think back in the early 1930s.
You're the guy with the red hair. Looks like a mohawk.
I know. You look like a doofus. This is, I don't even know. I didn't write this. 113, July 45, probably. Oh, what else we got? We got some other stuff. We have some sci-fi.
Love sci-fi.
We got Space Squadron with a dragon, Atlas.
Beautiful.
I actually found this at my LCS for $20. It's sometimes they don't know Golden Age too much, and they underprice it once in a while. They have it.
I learned what LCS is from Gratu.
Yeah, I had to ask too when I first got on YouTube.
I didn't do that.
What the hell's an LCS? What's an AOK?
Yeah, exactly. I had to ask Gratu that as well.
Yeah. These aren't real terms. These are idiotic new terms. They're not real comic collector terms. No offense.
The comic book community.
These are things that have been invented in the last 10 years.
Gratu, this one's presentable. Presents well.
That one's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Presents well as one of them. LCS, PC. Oh, I had them all written down, man. Where did I put all those?
Remember,
Yeah,
I had
horrible.
to ask what PC meant. September 54.
What does
PC is
it means
personal collection.
Oh, okay. I thought it was politically correct.
And then people will say,
that's the old
PCH,
term.
That means pre-code horror. And then, and there's a whole new grading system than when I was a kid and when I collected comics where they use numbers instead of good, very good. What does that say?
It's a Gerber 5.
Okay.
What is Gerber?
You know
what does that mean?
In the Gerber.
Good.
Go ahead. Tell them.
No, you go ahead. No one can even hear me, I don't think.
Yeah, I can hear you.
There were photojournal books made by this couple, Ernie Gerber, who invented the Mylar, and he created a scarcity scale 1 to 10. It's called, and so he scales every Golden Age book in the catalog. So it was called a Gerber 1 is common, Gerber 10 is like ultra rare.
Okay.
They were big coffee books that came out
you need to
before
get
the internet.
those. They have they have about 65% of all the Golden Age books in them. High photo made with really good ink back in 1984.
Yeah, I bought the Golden Age ones.
Yeah, I recommend that to every collector. It's 84, 86. I don't remember which one.
Oh, I thought it was in the 90s. Was it that early?
No.
I bought it when they came out.
Yeah.
From Lone Star.
They have two Marvels, but you don't want those. And he was going to do DC, but he never got around to it.
Yeah, I didn't.
What
I
happened
never got
was
the Marvels because they were so commonly you could see them anywhere.
He wanted to make a price guide to compete with Overstreet, and when people found out about that in the industry, they sabotaged his auction house and all his businesses.
Oh, wow.
And so he had all these photos that he collected and all the information for the price guide. So he made the photo journals because his price guide thing got sabotaged. I got a video on my channel. Go look it up. It's really good. It's only like eight minutes long.
Yeah,
Hey, how
my
did this
wife
get
is
in?
saying my wife's saying your books are amazing.
I don't know how this got in here. This is Silver Age. Because I had to put it in a Golden Age bag and board, so I couldn't fit it in the regular box. What number is this? This is number 9 from 1965. Reprints the first meeting with the Golden Age Flash. Jay Garrick. I think Jay Garrick looks much cooler than Barry Allen. Barry the Tool Allen. Oh, here's a 100-pager.
Oh, that's nice. I've never seen that one.
I haven't either. I love Sergeant Rock.
Battle hats. They actually have a story about the hats.
I think Myers is just covers. I think he wants to see inside books.
Which ones?
He's asking which book you enjoyed reading the most there. I think Myers being sarcastic. You actually read comics.
The only one that I remember.
Books that you brought because you want to read them, right?
Yeah. I've only read these 2 out of these so far. I have so many books that I need to read. It's unbelievable.
You know what you ought to do is get a book that's slabbed. Get a book that's slabbed that you really don't care about and film a video where you break the slab by driving your truck over it. You know, something like the first appearance of Deadpool or something that would really upset people, and just put it
I
there
hate that book.
Actually, just drive your truck over. It's such an ugly looking book.
I should get a facsimile slabbed and say it's the real thing and then run it over.
People slab facsimiles?
Yeah. Can you believe it? Have 2 beautiful girls hold it with strings attached on the sides and run right over it in bikinis.
There you
then
go.
maybe you could start doing it where you stack up
robot
10
cover.
slabs and drive your truck over it.
Read his head. Look at his head. Robot robber. So they had to label it. They didn't get the robots mixed up. This is a Simon and Kirby cover.
That's great.
1945. I had a guy on make a comment. I had a guy make a comment today. What happened?
I think I'm on a delay, so I sound like an asshole talking over people. I'm really self-conscious about it. I think I'm on a slight delay. I was just reading Paul's comment. It says, in the meantime, I have to convince everyone in the English-speaking world that fumetti does not mean photo comics. It means Italian comics. And I say that is Stan Lee in the first issue of Crazy magazine stated that fumetti means photo comics, and that might have been his mistake. But
are you a surrogate robot?
Yeah, Gratu, your voice sounds like a robot right now for some reason.
Okay.
So I had a guy make a comment today on Facebook about creators, and he said that they usually can only make one off, and then they don't make anything good. And I said, not Simon and Kirby. So he made a comment that Kirby created all the stuff between him and Simon. I said, you know what? Let me go ask his grandson. So I went and talked to Simon Comics, and when I got back, that guy had deleted the whole comments. I told him, I know his grandson. Let me go ask him what you say is true. Here's your good girl. Here's your good girl. I actually found 2 of these for $30 on eBay and gave one as a prize. Metarog actually won it. Okay, make me big.
How's my voice now?
Better.
Sounds good.
We know you're really a robot.
How do I? Okay. Yeah.
Even her shoulders pulled down a little there for you guys. I love these covers where they have full scenes, all the detail. I think it's an Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah. Huh.
Or Dave Stevens. I don't know which one. Oh, what about some Hitler?
That's great.
Think of those pants, man. 1944, Big Shot Comics, number 43.
That's great.
Plucking his mustache hair. Yeah.
What's he handing to the little girl on the ladder?
He's handing her parts of the mustache.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I guess she's weaving it or something or what? Oh no!
A brush.
They're making a paintbrush out of his mustache.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought. Cool.
I never even looked at that. Thank you. I haven't read that one yet. Okay, we got a half a boob shot right there. Everybody, you're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. Sheena.
So Sheena was actually a derogatory term that came from Sheeny, which was a derogatory term for a single Jewish female.
Interesting.
That's where they got the name Iger. And he told Will Eisner not to tell anybody where that name came from because it's really offensive. So Bob Iger commissioned Will Eisner to make a Tarzan ripoff. And Will Eisner told him, I don't rip off characters. I make original characters. So how about if we come up with a female Tarzan because it's never been done? And they ended up publishing the original stories in a tabloid size magazine I think it was called Rags in Europe. Back in the early 40s, like 39, 40 or something. One of the early DC Guerrilla covers. You got the lie detector.
It's great.
Coming live from the road. Yeah, I wanted a high grade book of this. I like collecting these early DC Guerrilla covers. What did I pay for that? I paid $61 for that with shipping. I like to tell you the price so you know what you can look for.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay, here's a Charlton from 1951.
Oh, nice.
Dr. Death. That's number 2. What else? This book goes for money. I don't know why. It's really nothing. Just a cool title. But you got the bird coming down right at the kids. You know what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's getting to give them an enema.
I guess because it's got a good girl on it, maybe.
Yeah, it's got a good
but
girl.
It's got Liberty Comics. This is from 1946. So this morning I woke up, there were feathers all over my hallway in my house.
What happened?
My freaking cat ate a bird. We never find the bird, but we find feathers all over the place.
You got to look in the litter box for the bird.
Well, they go outside, so we don't have a litter box.
Oh, okay. So yeah, whatever that pile of poop is, that's where that bird is.
The other day I came home and there was a big moth on the blinds. So I went to look at it. When I looked down, there was a big mole on the ground, alive.
that you
They
can't.
bring them in. Yeah, they bring them in alive. They don't kill them.
They want to play with it.
But I got to pick it up and get rid of it. And I always want to kill it, but I feel bad. I can never kill it. So I pick it up, and those things, they're like one big muscle. They are so strong.
Yeah.
So here's the one I posted today on Instagram. Triple Threat, Duke of Darkness.
That's great.
Go look on Instagram. The interiors are so really good. It's got a sci-fi guy called The Menace, where they trick this Hollywood chick. She's in like a bikini that they take her to the moon, but they end up saying they're kidnapping her and want ransom, but it's really a movie set. And this is Triple Threat Comics, and this is Triple Terror. Only cover appearance in the title. Tip Top Comics. It's three brothers, no superpowers. They have like each a genius in their own electricity and bomb making, and I forget the other one. They just fight crime. This is the first appearance of Mirror Man, another character in here. Hey, who's?
Oh,
What's
Hey,
up,
Captain Strange.
Hans?
how's everybody doing?
Hey, I can't show these now. He'll see them for the next stream 2 weeks from now.
Really? I thought you were going to pull them out randomly.
Triple Terror. First appearance of Mirror Man. I think it says on the bottom, Mirror Man. Tarzan, Jim Hardy. I don't know. Little Abner. I just love these obscure superhero books. You know what I'm talking about?
I got
We
some.
got. Oh yeah, you got some of these, don't you?
What is
I got
that?
some obscure stuff, but
Darling Comics. So what
Pyro
that-
Man.
What is he called?
It's Starling Comics with Pyro Man.
Oh, Pyro Man.
I have the pulp, not the comic. Well, I got some of the. Wait a minute, I do have some of those.
Oh, is she a good girl?
She is. Well, she can be a bad girl sometimes.
Yeah, all of them can be. You're
This is a Schomburg cover. I don't know. You choose. Good girl, bad girl. You choose.
it's really
Here,
up to
this-
them. They're the ones that
this-
choose.
This is a real bad girl right here.
Oh my lord.
No, that's not bad girl art, man.
What the?
You want to chew on some taffy?
What? I can't. Okay.
All right, that's X-rated.
Wow, that is. That's
Well, no, it's not really.
You know how hard it is to find this book and anything higher than a 2.5?
I have
Can you
some-
imagine being 10 years old and having that book back in the 1940s? Oh my
I
God.
can imagine. I had a lot of crushes when I was 10 years old. Like Valley Bertinelli.
You know,
Oh, great skull. He's even got one on his chest.
let me look for something. I'll be right back.
Who's that sitting on the top of the skull?
That's the spirit. That's the spirit from Eternity Kid.
Okay.
He takes them through time and they actually travel to like historical moments.
It looks like he's taking a dump on top of that head.
I'm guessing they fashioned him after the Hindu. What's the Hindu dude?
Buddha,
Buddha, yeah.
who was Buddhist.
I have two of these. This is the better
Hindu
one.
would be Krishna.
Okay, Buddha. Yeah, Buddha.
Buddha.
Harry Buddha. Harry Buddha or Harry Krishna? Harry Booty. I just got this one.
Oh, that one's great.
Look at that guy's mustache. It looks so cheesy.
It does. Snidely Whiplash.
Yeah, like what's he sniffing there? Just a cool. I mean, you don't see benches like that in the court anymore.
Only in
They're
the
like
old rooms.
Yeah. Hooked up to the lie detector.
Oh, nice.
I saw this on my comic shop, and they were asking, what did I give for it? 78 with shipping and tax, and right away I knew that was half what this book goes for in this condition.
So that's Robin in the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Okay.
The Outlaw Batman. What else? Oh, we got some more Hitler and Hirohito.
Nice. Where's Hitler? Oh, he's that little creature, isn't he?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, I see him now.
The Damsel in Distress. Little Miss Piggy.
Yeah, the rabbit's gonna save her.
This is a Timely Comics.
What year is that?
43.
Oh yeah, war was going big time.
We got some Harvey.
Nice.
That's actually a really good story. This book was only $11.50, and this thing is like a 9.0. It's really high grade. Check those new listings on my comic shop daily at eBay. That's $11.50 with shipping and tax, so that's a really, really good find. I love rocket covers. I'm always looking for rocket covers in the golden age, and this is from 1953, so just made it. Even if it's Funny Animal, this book is really hard. I've been looking for a second copy of this for a long time.
Oh, that's nice.
It's #1. All the Fawcett #1s had Captain Marvel on the cover to sell the book.
Yeah, that's great. Who's that? What's that little boy doing to his ear? Captain Marvel's ear. He's just tugging on it. I think.
I don't know.
Man, poor Groucho's having technical.
And it's a little black boy, which you wouldn't see very often on a Golden Age book.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't know.
I was
for that time period.
Yeah, you don't see little black boys on covers.
And I haven't been heard, and no one knew I was talking.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why is that funny? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Here's some more Good Girl. Robot.
Oh, that's great. It's pretty weird. What's the deal with your face?
So Charlton. I haven't read this yet. Rocket cover, Good Girls, Outer Space. I always look for some kind of elements on the book to give it like some value. So like an investment. Oh, here's some Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going to be able to read all these books on one trip?
No. Shoot, by the time I get to the second book, I'm usually falling asleep.
Like me.
Why do you bring this many in the truck?
I brought these for the show. I actually have been playing video games this week.
I was just wondering. I thought maybe you were
I've been playing Destroy All Humans 2. Have you ever heard of that? On the original Xbox?
I used to play Destroy All Humans, but I didn't know the second part.
Yeah, the second one's easier. The first one's really hard.
Oh, that's a great book. Yeah, I know of this book. See, that's good girl art. Some of what you're showing is good girl art. Some isn't. But it's all subjective.
But go online. You can hardly find a high grade copy of this book. It's really hard.
Yeah, I would love to have that, but.
So I saw this on my comic shop. I put the receipt in the back.
What did they charge?
So what did I pay? I paid $19.50 with shipping for that. This book usually goes for about $60, $70 in this condition. But if you could
Really?
find it, yeah.
I would have thought it
'Cause you
would have been
can't
a lot
find 'em.
more than that.
It probably is. I'm being conservative, but you can't find them in high grade. That's the problem. They're always like
Yeah.
1.8s to 2.5s. I wonder what little boys do when they get those books like that. That they're all tore up.
Nice.
See, that's good girl art. It just because it's a girl's on the cover, it's not good girl art. But it is definitely good girl art. But I don't accept the term bad girl art. That came in the 1990s, and I don't accept the 1990s as even being part of comic book history. It was such an embarrassing time, and that's when they, Lady Death and Purgatory and who are the other characters that came along?
You know
That
how
was
you
going
can tell when it.
Huh?
You know how you can tell when it's good girl art. You hear boing in the background.
Well, that's a crude way of putting it, but that's really.
That's not really crude. That's more subtle.
Yeah, it's extreme. It's where you would raise your eyebrow and say they sold this to kids. That would be considered good girl art. Boy, that's insane. Her waist there. I've always wanted to read those books. I think I actually have a book that reprints some of these. The name of this guy is like what, Booty Rogers, the artist?
I haven't read this yet.
I think his name is Booty Rogers, and I've got a whole book of his art. So
Booty Rogers, what a name.
Yeah, but booty didn't mean that back then.
What did it mean?
Like pirate's booty?
I think so, but
Okay, is this good? Is this good girl art? Is that good girl?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. It's drawing your attention to it. So
that apron looks a lot like lingerie top. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it does to him too. Look at that guy's eyes.
Myers says you would think that you would be tired of talking on the CB all day. You guys don't use CBs anymore, do you?
I don't. I've never had one. I never used one. I hate CBs because a lot of the guys are real vulgar on it. That's a Jack Kamen cover.
As you're showing good girl art, it's like, oh, these people are too vulgar.
Well, I don't speak. I don't swear, and there's a lot of swearing and.
Oh, okay.
How about some British comics?
British.
Are they dancing? What are they doing? The waltz?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crime Buster.
You always have to wonder on a British comic. You never have to wonder on an American comic. Americans invented the art form. Let's face it. Who wants to listen to British rockabilly? Or we want American comics. But that's okay. That looks good. Marcia says that it used to mean slippers. Wife says,
hey,
your neighbor. Oh, you're supposed to.
The British invented Americans.
We've got a secret guest come on in 15 minutes. The Atomic Superboy. Cool.
There he is, the heartburn picture.
Oh boy.
I'll keep going until you tell me to stop.
Oh, I'm having fun looking at these comics.
That one's great. I love that mummy.
It is. Do you have a short box there, or is it a long box?
It's a short box. That's one of these flip tops.
Oh, okay. I've never had one of those.
Supposedly, my LCS got them during COVID when they couldn't get the regular ones, and I like these better because they fit all the Golden Age in them.
I guess I'm robotic again.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
I don't know what Yeah, that's great. That's
I
wonderful.
love those
What is the
spacesuits
name
that
of this
women
book?
would wear.
Oh, Fantastic Worlds. What would a book like that go for?
I think I paid $60. Usually this one's average about 60 still.
Man, you see,
I mean,
I would have thought something like that would be hundreds of dollars.
nah. Because the last time I seen them, they're still averaging around 60. They're usually 3.0s or lower, though.
You
Here,
know, I'm
what's some?
sitting about 10 feet away from the router. I don't know why everything's so screwy. I think my phone screen is cracked and it's all messed up. And I think what we're going to do,
Serpo.
we pay insurance every month for this phone. So I think if I pay about $200, we could claim the insurance and get a better phone, because I really think that's part of why everything's just terrible on this channel. So my phone has hardly any memory.
This is Basil Warburton cover.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Weird, fantastic. What are stories of the unknown? It's got some really good Wolverton art inside.
Yeah.
Hey, Grok 2, I have some breaking news if you want to see it real quick.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna exit solo for a second, and let's see what's going on. Okay, which one are you? This one. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, what's up?
This gentleman wants to sell me this truck with the comics inside.
Wow.
Oh boy. Do you
How
have
many
secret
comics?
money where you could do that?
It's not just comics. It's everything. It's It's a whole guy's life inside here.
Wow.
But are you sure they're not 1990s comics?
There is 1990s. I've already seen them.
What's the
Any
oldest
Golden
one
What were
Age?
you saying?
I didn't see any Golden Age yet.
But what
There's a
time
lot of
period are they
there's
from?
fine art inside here. I saw some prints from 1940 inside here.
Oh,
What's he asking?
I don't want to say it on air.
yeah.
More than
Do you
100
think you're
grand?
gonna do it? Well, I don't want to
If
say
you
that.
guys knew how much it was, you'd be telling me it's stupid if I didn't.
Maybe I can go in half with
do you
you.
need a truck, or would you resell the truck and keep the comics?
Oh wait, Missing Mars said to be careful. So now I'm scared.
Well, is it someone you can actually meet, or is
No, he wants a third party out of town check. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Funny man.
So it's just the contents of the truck, correct? Not the truck
No,
itself.
you get the whole truck too. I'm buying the truck. I'm afraid now, though. Someone said to be careful. I'm kind of scared now.
How far did that truck drive to get there? Like, I mean, out of state, or is it local?
Yeah, it was Oregon.
At least you know the truck.
It's been parked there since 2019.
Holy
wow.
cow.
Oh,
It hasn't been rated yet, huh?
Hasn't moved since 2019.
do you think the comics would be pretty toasty after being in a truck 5
Oh yeah,
years
everything's
in Arizona?
toasty. Everything's toasty for sure. There's probably Black Widows in there. There's probably Scorpions.
Yeah. Pages are probably browning from the heat.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about moisture. It's rained a lot in the past few years.
Well, rain and heat. Those comics are probably toast.
It all depends on the price.
yeah.
I suppose.
But then you might be having to deal with getting rid of the truck.
I was thinking I can use it as a billboard out front.
If the thing
There you
starts, if it's been sitting there since 2019, it doesn't even start. You probably need a new Maybe a battery, maybe even a new engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, battery for sure. Yeah, you'd have to change all the fluids in it.
Yeah.
If,
Yes,
for a
needs.
billboard, all you need is a tow truck.
But yeah, I just want it as a billboard. It's cheaper than a sign.
That's
I can
true.
get this whole truck and everything inside cheaper than a sign out front.
And do you have room in your parking lot to park this thing?
Well, let's see. How big is this truck?
It looks like a 20-footer.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go outside. Let's go outside. and look.
Oh.
You have room to park it right here.
I don't know if the city would like that too much, but I don't know.
The city, this is my property from this curb. The city only owns from this side of the curb to the sidewalk and street. I own from here to my building.
But even though you own that, Kevin, you still might want to check with any kind of ordinances. There might be an ordinance.
They're probably going to be very unsightly.
Just saying,
Yeah,
you might have a neighbor or something that complains, and then they can pull up that ordinance and say, hey, you're not allowed to have a vehicle parked there for more than so many days.
That's true. Yeah.
that's kind of yeah.
That's
Is it
Nazi
considered
America.
parking if I move it? If I move it once a month, is it considered parking?
Yeah, as long as you're moving it. It depends on how the ordinance is written. But if the ordinance basically states that you cannot have a vehicle stationary for so long, then you're correct. You can move it, and legally, that's all you got to do is just move it back.
But it could be categorized as a sign.
Yeah, there's a lot of
vehicle.
things you might. Yeah, you just don't want to get yourself in a financial bind where you buy it for one reason, and then all of a sudden you realize you can't even use it for that reason, and now you got to unload this truck and that doesn't run maybe.
Mm-hmm. I can leave it. I can park it in my parking lot right here.
Do your research first, man.
Sometimes there's no time for research.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess. If it's a really great deal, what does it matter, right?
You could even just
sell a truck.
Yeah, you could just Google even, for your city and just put in there, is there any ordinances for parked vehicles? And just kind of generally look at it and see if there is. But it might be a heck of a deal. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, you
it's like
saw
a treasure
this in
hunt.
person, or you saw pictures of it.
He sent me pictures of some of the items inside of it. He really called me to sell me a bunch of stuff out of there. And then ended up,
Right.
Basically, we talked for a while. And he's like, he just wants to get rid of the whole damn truck. There's a lot of tools and a lot of household goods probably in there and a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But there's a lot of comics in there.
So when you looked at the comics, Kevin, what kind of shape were they in?
I didn't look at him. He just sent me a picture of like some comics that he pulled out of there.
Oh, okay.
And I saw Death of Superman. Death of Superman right on top, of course.
Oh, that's worthless. That
Yeah,
shows
that's
some
what I told him.
bad taste that they own that comic.
It makes good toilet paper.
Kevin, are you able to go and take a look physically at the truck, or is it too far away?
No, it's right up the street. That's where I'm going to be going here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then I would definitely go up there and physically look at a lot of the stuff and see if it's even.
Yeah, I'm like it's so packed full of stuff, you can't really just go in there and look.
There could be a couple of short boxes of New Mutants 98.
Oh, that would be a gold mine.
Remember, that was a
I'm not
dollar.
on my laptop. Oh.
Okay, we're back.
Short boxes of New Mutants 98, I can sell those all day long.
Get them graded.
I wouldn't even get them graded. It's a waste of time.
So
Thank you.
I'm assuming this guy's got the title for the truck and everything, right? Everything's legit.
Yeah, this title's been signed over to him.
Okay.
This is all his brother's stuff. His brother's going into assisted living and has to get rid of it all.
Those are the deals that I dream about at night.
Yeah, it might be one heck of a deal.
Could be.
Wow. To me, there's nothing more depressing than this Death of Superman book. That was just hideous, everything about it. I
Yeah,
knew
but
it
you
was
can't
all
judge,
that he
can't
had.
judge it by that because I've had collections that I thought that's all I was getting. Then I got all this golden age with it. You never judge it by what's on top. You never know what's underneath.
Yeah, you got to look through that stuff.
So this guy that is going to assisted living, I'm assuming it's not because of like an accident. He's probably an older guy, correct?
He's not that old, but he had multiple strokes and he's lost 85% of his vision.
Okay. Like roughly how old is he?
I
In
think
his
he's
30s?
50s or 60s.
Oh, so he probably would have some older comics, I'm assuming, at that age. He might not have, silvers and golds, but he probably has bronze.
You never
Probably
know.
a lot of them.
You never know what he has.
Short box of Hulk 181s.
Yeah. Multiple.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of comics. Maybe he was a collector and has got some sweet ones in there.
Avengers 1.
I'm sure if he had anything really, really sweet, he would have told his brother.
But maybe he does. Some people don't know nothing about comics. They think it's just paper and ink.
After 5 years, can you remember what you packed away in a truck?
I can't remember what I packed away last week.
Unless you're a collector and you know that you have some really sweet pieces.
Yeah, and you write everything down in a log, keep track of it.
The
You guys
super
ever-
sweet stuff. Of course, he took the super sweet stuff that he remembered out.
Yeah.
Could be cherry picked for all you know. I would investigate to see what the heck is in there.
If he remembered, oh, I have a 12 gauge in there. Of course, he took that out.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to find guns and gold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would definitely at least go there and do as much as possible, look through and just see if there's stuff that's sellable. And it's not just
I'm just worried about getting bit by a damn Black Widow. It's Black Widow season right now.
Oh, great.
Or brown recluse.
Or recluse any color.
Henna color at all.
Could be the first appearance of the Wonder Twins.
I have that already. I don't need that.
I need that one.
Pay your assistant to go in there and go.
There you go.
Thumb through all of it.
Get a homeless guy.
Yeah, or some kid that comes in your comic shop all the time. Say, listen, kid, I'll get you some free comics, but I need you to do me a favor.
Tell him
Here.
I'll give you a free first appearance of Superman's death if you go in there. Shoot, I'd go in there if I was there for free.
Yeah, it's a treasure hunt. If you like hunting for treasure, of course.
Oh, I do. I used to deal with wasp and spiders when I used to
Hey,
buy
we got somebody
tires.
joining us.
Hello.
We got a new face.
Does that say Elton?
Yes.
Elton.
Hey,
Elton.
Elton.
Elton John?
Yeah.
Elton John.
Here we
What's
go.
up, brother?
How you doing? How you gentlemen doing?
We're doing all
Doing
right,
good.
brother.
Good, good.
Hang on there, Elton. Just in a second, Gratu's going to come back. Hey, you guys, I'm sure you can hear me. This is Meyer here. I'm sitting here with Elton. Elton came on to talk to Gratu about the monsters. So you guys just continue talking what you're talking about, and when Gratu comes back.
Oh, man.
Okay.
You threw us off kilter.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Black Widow.
Something about-
Talking about,
Yeah.
you
What are
hire
we
some
talking
kid
about?
to get back
I'm
there and
back.
crawl around.
Sorry.
Kevin, do you have those big scorpions there? The ones that really hurt?
No, the little ones are the ones you have to worry about.
Oh. with a
I
little,
lived
we
here.
get.
I've lived here my whole life, and I've only seen one scorpion, and it was dead.
Hmm.
My wife's got stung in
Okay,
our
can I
bedroom before.
be heard? Apparently not.
Yeah, I can hear you now, Gratu.
We hear you now.
Yeah, we were just saying hello to Elton.
Okay, I didn't think I could be heard. Yeah, hey Alton, I'm sorry my Wi-Fi keeps breaking up. So you're in San Francisco. How are you doing?
Okay, yourself?
Pretty good.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Meyer was saying that you're a huge fan of the Munsters and the Addams Family.
Yeah, you know, I grew up watching the Munsters.
Dun, 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 dun.
And
Yeah, I'll tell you I've got it right here.
He's singing the Addams Family song right there.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, but Herman and the
this
crew
book-
was very funny, and you know, I had a good time watching them. I'm still watching them every day. At this second, I'm watching them.
You still have a crush on
Yeah,
Lily
and-
Munster?
You know, the whole cast was okay, man. They went through hard times at the end, you know. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, this book was
That's a
my
great
older
book.
brother's book, and I had never seen the Munsters, but I had this book that was handed down to me, and I was born in '65, and it was 1972. We were living in Virginia, and I had this book. I loved monsters. I loved monster
Yeah.
movies, but I'd never seen the TV show. So one morning, all of a sudden, I hear the Munsters theme. It's a commercial that they're bringing the Munsters back into local Virginia television. So my brother was much older than me. He was like in high school, and I was, in second grade. And I ran up and woke him up and said, "The Munsters is coming on television." By the time I got back down the stairs, there was no Munsters. Instead of a commercial, they just ran the opening credits and said, "Coming soon." And so this is how I was introduced to the Munsters, with this beautiful painting and
That is beautiful.
this great frontispiece of the house.
Oh yeah, that's how
nice,
that
Eric.
house look. How it look. It's real neat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a great book. And so then I became a huge Munsters fan. How did you first discover the Munsters, Elton? Let me give you the screen here.
You know, I'm 63, man, and you know, sitting around the house cooking around. I think I was about 17 or something, and I just got into the Munsters and couldn't figure out how they was doing all these things. Hey, David.
Yeah, man.
Doing-
No, you're still good.
Oh, okay.
You keep going.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And
So
so I
we-
was so into the Munsters, I dreamed about being a Munster. And then years later, it wasn't until years later that I got to see the Addams Family, and I fell in love with that show too. Are you a big fan of the Addams Family too?
Oh, they okay. You know, I'm pretty much
You're more of
into
a Munsters guy, huh?
Munsters, and I like the Creature Feature and all those type of shows. You know,
Yeah.
I'm into Jason and Michael. You know, stuff like that. But the Munsters is my crew. You know.
The slasher films. You like the slasher films? The
Yeah.
slasher films, yeah. Friday the 13th and
My grandkids, they be saying, "Papa, how you watching this stabbing and all this?" Yeah, but you know, every year for Halloween, I set up. I got some creatures over there. I set up at my apartment.
Yeah, I was saying the other night, I love bloody gore movies, but I like it more when it's a monster. Like if it's a monster ripping someone's head off or pulling their arm off, I'm all for it. But if it's like a regular person cutting off someone's head, I don't really like the slasher movies. But if it's a supernatural or an alien or a monster doing it, it's great. That's just kind of how I look at it.
same thing with me. I go both ways. I just, I just like the scary movies, really
Yeah.
often scary movies and stabbing and the creatures. I like the creep shows and stuff like that. I know you don't watch the creep shows.
Did you ever, as a kid, read comic books or buy monster magazines or make model kits of monsters?
Actually, I didn't, but I did get comic books for a few minutes until I got out into the world.
Yeah. What do you think of Myers' apartment there?
Yeah, I've been on the monsters for the last 25 years. I know.
Oh, he asked what they call me Meyer.
Uh-huh.
It's okay if you call me Dave or David.
Oh, okay.
They know my
Okay.
Sorry, David. He has a pseudonym on the internet to fool the cops.
Everything in here, I need half of it. It's nice in here, man. Really nice. I'm up.
David found an old comic book. And somebody filled out a coupon to send off for something, but they never sent it off. They didn't get the money from their parents, and the name was Meyer Greenblatt. He took that person's name. That person may not be alive anymore, but some little kid never got to order some toy from a comic book.
Yeah, too. You sound like a robot.
Grotto, you sound like Rosie from the Jetsons.
You sound like a robot, man.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, my internet sucks. I'm gonna have to replace it out. I'm gonna get out and come back in. And,
That sounds cool, actually.
Robbie the robot.
Rosie.
No, Robbie the robot from
Lost in Space. I wasn't ever focused on the robot.
No?
Judy.
No, what was that robot called? It was based on Robbie the robot. Lost in Space. Who was that robot? What do they call him?
I don't remember.
all right, how am I sounding now?
Much better.
The same?
Yeah.
You sound like your human form again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if I've got any. I'll take you on a tour around Elton of the Hotel Orloff. So I'm in
How much
the
is
office up here.
How much does a night there cost?
What?
A night, one night in the
Too
hotel.
much for you to afford. No, you're welcome to visit
You remember-
anytime, Night Tiger.
You remember the movie Hotel Hell?
Yeah, Motel Hell, yes.
Motel Hell,
No,
yeah.
I won't sever your vocal cords and turn you into Farmer Vincent's fritters. Though.
What was the movie where they
My
had the
wife
giant
wants to
mic?
know,
Who your favorite monster is? Elton.
yeah, my wife wants to know who your favorite monster is.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, my favorite monster was
B9.
Know your favorite monster.
B9. That's what the robot was called. B9.
Oh, in the mustard. I'm sorry. In the mustard, my favorite mustard was Grandpa. I thought was too much hanging around. And I liked it Lily too, because Lily got to fly around and do things that nobody thought she can do.
I always had a crush on Lily. I thought she was much better looking than the niece, Marilyn.
Yeah, she looked too normal for me.
I didn't care for the nieces.
You ever remember a movie? You remember a movie where they had a giant microwave and the guy would microwave the people that would come to his house? No.
Look at that Months to Go Home poster.
Oh yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, that was a good movie. What was the name of their car with the was made out of the coffin?
Dragula. Let's see.
Did you guys like the remake of the Munsters? Wasn't there 2 different remakes, TV shows?
I didn't see it.
There were 3 or 4 on television, and then there was a terrible Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah, they was
like
horrible.
2 ago.
I didn't like the remake.
Here's the Dragula. You know, they just sold a Dragula at auction here at Barrett Jackson's, and only sold
Hold
for
on, let me give you that.
50,000.
Oh wow.
50,000. You could have got a Dragula.
Hold on.
You'd be the coolest kid in town driving that thing around.
Yeah, they go. Come on.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
That
A
seems
lot cheaper than the Batmobile.
Mhm. It's nice.
Was it the same designer?
Right,
George
yeah.
Barris? Yep.
Yes.
Nice collection you got going over there.
Oh, you'll see everything on this channel, Elton.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hang out with David a little more. You know, I'm the carrot cake man here in the city.
Well, you sell carrot cake?
Yeah.
Carrot cake is delicious.
I'll have to disagree with that.
I like carrot cake. I love it with coffee. Great with coffee.
what makes the best carrot cake in the city.
You can have mine.
Yeah, I got a lot of people that say that, but once you taste this, I think you'll hang in there.
I don't even like carrots.
I didn't even think they used actual carrots to make carrot cake. I could never taste the carrots.
Yeah, you have to have the carrots. Stay there. You can taste them if you got the right ingredients going on with it.
How you like this place, Elton?
They look nice.
Oh, there's the Munsters.
There's 7,000 rooms in this place.
Do you have a Wolfie,
I'm just
Yeah.
Ratu?
maybe 7.
No,
Ratu, you don't have a Wolfie?
no, I do not. I wish I did.
Look at these. Look at these.
Yeah, you need a Wolfie to complete this collection.
You know, never seen none of these. Never seen none of these.
It's got it all.
That's like the one you gave me. Yeah. Just like it. What you do?
Now that music's perfect.
That's nice. Who's this?
Oh, look at that.
Who is this?
It's like a shrine.
It's something old. It's something from the 60s.
Rat Pink.
Yeah.
This is the Hotel Orloff right here.
You check in, but you don't check out.
Like the Hotel California.
Hey, Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Sorry about that,
Hey.
guys.
Do you have Munsters
knew that was
pinball?
you.
Do you have Munsters pinball up there?
No, there's a mustard pinball machine now. There's no new ones that's now. Those things are probably $10,000.
His jukeboxes blow your mind, and the pinball machine.
And mustard's all back there.
Oh, okay.
You need an internet booster.
I wouldn't even go nowhere. I wouldn't go.
It's turning into a cyborg.
I mean, he's in the house when he's not.
Herman Munster thought he had this toy that came to him here. Remember that episode? It was a toy that you could buy back there. Trying to think where Munster's stuff would be scattered around everywhere.
I think
That's
every
the
room
good-
you have has Munster stuff in it.
4, 5. Get an elevator.
Wait, go back to the Zoltar machine.
The what?
Is that a Zoltar? You have a Zoltar machine?
No, it's something you can buy at this, like Target. I don't know when, maybe 15 years.
Can you show the scale?
It's the
Can
same
you show the
thing.
scale of it?
It's the same. All of it. Okay, let me.
Is that a life-size head in there?
Yeah, looks cool.
The head in there. It's the exact same head that's under Nixon's mask on this figure. I don't want to mess with the map. It's some company that made animatronic sheep and about it could have been 20 years ago for all I know. I look.
You can see all that stuff he got upstairs.
Hey, Gratu, everybody, I'm gonna get off. I got to go to bed.
Hey, all right, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
Take care, Night Tiger.
I'll see you all next week.
All right,
see
I'll
ya.
talk to you during the week, Mike.
All right, yeah, I'll send you that thumbnail.
All right,
All right, guys.
take care.
Take care.
Gratu went mute now, but he'll probably come back and then it'll be fixed.
I got some books I can show in a meet. Oh yeah, he is muted. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll show some books while he's getting unmuted. I don't know. Would you consider this good girl art or?
I would.
Yeah, this is probably good girl art, but I wish that he was on it because back in the mid-'70s, I heard the term bad girl art, at our comic book store, Larry's comic book store. He was one of the founders of the Chicago Comic Con, and I'm still friends with him. And we were using that term already in the mid-'70s, but that was in reference to like girls that were criminals, like that Western series, Women Outlaws. Yeah, Women Outlaws. Yeah, that's what a Women
All
Outlaws.
right, can I be heard now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yep.
you.
You're sounding good right now.
Okay, let me check something here. Everything from Fiction House was good girl art. You don't even need to ask. If you don't mind, I don't know how long Elton can stay. He wanted to see some of the monster stuff.
Well, yeah,
Show
go
that,
ahead.
and then Hans, you can show your books because I can't wait
Okay.
to see them. But I don't want to.
Hey guys,
to Elton. So
Elton's going to take off. We're going to take off, but I might come back later. All right.
See you, Meyer.
Okay.
Nice
Take care,
meeting you.
Elton.
you're coming back later? Okay.
I'm
All right,
to.
cool. Well, then we can. All right, I can.
All right, Elton. Nice meeting you.
Music.
You too.
Let me turn this on.
Nice meeting all you gentlemen.
Nice meeting
Take
you.
care.
Don't call me any names.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Hans, you can show books. I'm sorry, I was
No, that's all right.
trying not to be rude to him because he came to see stuff. Okay,
Right.
Here we go.
Well, I got. I might have even shown this before this. Wait a minute. Where's that? This other book. Oh, okay. Blonde Phantom. This was a timely. Well, it's actually Medallion Comics, but was a timely imprint. Blonde Phantom 15, 1947.
Wow. Looks like it's in great condition.
Yeah, this one is nice too. I got this for $141, 6.5. Not bad for my comic shop. I got that. Here's Lana. this is good girl art.
Yeah, of
Definitely.
course.
It's
It's just
definitely good girl
my
art.
point is you can tell when it's good girl art, but if it's just a woman on the cover, it doesn't necessarily. Just being female doesn't mean it's good girl.
Oh
My
no, of
point.
course not. No. But what I was saying that Larry Sherritt was using that term back in the mid '70s when he had his store, Larry's Comics, and he was
Yeah.
calling a lot of the crime comics that featured women, committing crime. He called that bad girl art, and he called on the cover and stuff like women outlaws. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever heard that expression.
I just don't like the.
I always thought that all of that was
I
just
just
like
don't like all
good
the
art to
collecting
me.
terms from the 1990s on.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
there is a lot of that. And I don't even think that half the people know what they're talking about when they're using that terminology. There's Joker.
Right.
I can't hardly see anything
nice,
back here. 1947. And I think this is an Al Feldstein cover. Did I write anything in here? Yeah, Al Feldstein.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can immediately tell because just the way he has the fabric coming down from.
Yeah, and the headlights.
Yeah, and the way he draws hair and the way he draws, everything about it is definitely his art.
This is I think Night Tiger was showing something similar, and you can.
Yeah,
The guy is, where he's looking.
absolutely.
And I think this is another Al Feldstein cover. Yeah, Al Feldstein, and he never considered himself to be a great artist. He never thought he was a good artist, which is kind of weird because I like his work. This, nobody's sure about who does the cover, but I think it's E.C. Stoner that does this cover, The Bouncer, by Fox Publications from 1944. It kind of looks like that Fletcher Hanks.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I think it's E.C. Stoner. I don't even think that it's listed on the cover is listed on the Grand Comics database because they don't know either. But it seems like E.C. Stoner to me. And then I saw that Mike was showing some Blue Beetles, so I just pulled out a small pile of them here. Number 24. 1943. The Orangutan Murders.
That's nice.
These are kind of bland covers, I think, what I have here, but here's 28. There's hardly anything to this cover, it's just, but what did I pay for this? $90 when I bought it. And it's a pretty thick book, too. 64 pages. Here's Blue Beetle, number 30.
That's cool.
Now this is a nice cover. This I like.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
The headlights on there.
She's mad too.
What did I write? Oh yeah, it's got some mouse shoes here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Yeah, I don't want to pull it out of there, but it's got mouse shoes on the spine. But yeah, they really accented the breasts on her, whoever the artist is. I don't even, not sure who the artist is. And then here's another. I think it's a great cover here. This is I don't know who does the cover, but I paid $2 for this way back in what 1998, issue 53.
How do you write the price on the board behind you? Behind it?
On some of them, not always. But
Or you just remember what you paid?
No. When it's look at this, yeah. See, this is probably why it's in pretty rough shape.
Okay, yeah.
Night 53 from 1948. Off-white, the tan pages. And this has I think this is newsprint cover.
Oh, okay. It's just amazing these books survive.
Yeah, this is a kind of weird, man. It's got tears back here. This was, see that tear there?
Yeah.
And I think that goes throughout the last few pages. But you flip it open and there's the it's all newsprint kind of.
Is that an early Charlton comic?
I think this is I think it's pre-Charlton. I always call the Blue Beetle pre-Charlton because I think this was Holyoke. Fox Feature Syndicate.
Okay.
But yeah, I was lucky to get that. But you know, it is pretty low grade. I mean, 2.0, 1.5. You know, I don't know. What would be a 2.0? Is that or 1.5? That's like good plus or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like to use that too much myself. You know, I know you don't either.
I don't really understand it. I don't.
Yeah, well, I guess they do. It's mainly done for people that want to have the right grade for selling. You know,
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have even started all that slabbing stuff, but
yeah, it's pretty much ruined the hobby, taking a lot of the fun out of it.
Yeah, I think so. You know, now it's all investment. You know, and buying it to let it sit there and to accumulate some money, and I think it's a dying hobby. The new comic books, anyway.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
This is the pulp, though. It's not a comic. Yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty much gone. You know, I buy very few new comics anymore now. And I don't know. I don't know what's
Thanks,
going to happen.
too. Elton had a great time. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I'm on a delay, and it makes me talk over people without realizing. says Elton had a great time meeting you and hanging out. Yeah, my phone is not really good for this StreamYard, and I'm gonna get a new phone in a few days because they totaled my car. They're
They
giving me
what?
$3,300 for it. I'm just not gonna. There's
Who
not
totaled your car?
which won't fix the car, but I'm just gonna get the windshield replaced and the sunroof. I'm gonna live with the horrible dents and the extra money. I'll get a lawnmower. I can upgrade my phone because I only need to pay a couple $100 and do things that I need to do. And the car's perfectly drivable, just ugly, but I'll just,
What happened?
survive. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just assuming everyone knows everything that happens to me.
No.
No, there was a couple of weekends ago on a Friday night. I was sitting in the exact same booth that we were sitting in a couple of years ago at that restaurant, that barbecue restaurant.
Right. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm looking at my phone because I was talking to Kevin. He just bought all these this collection of comic books, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I got to admire and myself were like picking at it, and it was really good, like almost mint condition 1940s classics illustrated and Del Tarzan. It was nothing prurient or no good girl art because it came from a school teacher's classroom library from the 50s. So it was all more educational. Anyway, so I'm all like, oh man, but I forget the fact that there's a tornado warning and there's all these things coming, and all of a sudden my phone, the alarm on my phone goes off. It makes a siren noise. And I'm the only one in the restaurant. And then half a second later, everyone's phone went off. And outside, it was threatening. And then they told us all, the waitress says, "Oh, don't worry, the sheriff's here. He's not worried. He's in the back room." But then within a couple of minutes, it was getting bad. And they told us all to go to the back of the restaurant to this little room with a pool table with no windows, brick walls. That building's been there for probably 120 years.
Yeah.
And heard this rumble. I thought it was the sound of buildings being destroyed as a tornado was coming toward us. And this really nice waitress talked and comforted Cleo and said, "Don't worry, God's with us." She's just a wonderful, like, angel of a person that we've liked for a couple of years that we've been here. But anyway, no tornado hit us. But then afterwards, we go outside and gigantic baseball-sized hail hurt everybody.
Wow.
And my windshield's all cracked. And my sunroof's cracked. And it looks like Mickey Mantle was pounding on my car with a baseball bat. The car's drivable. It's got to get the glass replaced. They totaled the car out. There's a check is in the mail, supposedly, for $3,300. And I don't know what it would cost. I don't think it won't cost me much to replace the glass, but I'll use the other money to do things that I've got to do. Like, obviously, I've got to upgrade this phone.
Man, that must have been a lot of body damage on that car then.
Yeah, while we're talking, we need to be looking at the comics he's showing here. Hold on. It's more than the car's worth. Okay, these are books you've had for a while, right?
These are candidates for Dr. Strange Life to use his mending tissue on.
Oh, you mean Captain Strange Life?
Captain, not Doctor.
I'm sorry, I got you two combined.
Yeah, when I'm doing medical practice on these comics, then you can call me doctor or malpractice.
Can you use mending tissue to seal flesh if someone has an open wound? I wonder.
You can use methyl cellulite to do that, and then
here, maybe we'll send him to Night Tiger first. He'll clean him up, soak him under water, and then we'll send him to Captain Strange Life, and he can use the mending tissue.
Captain,
methyl cellulite,
you're getting it mixed up with Dr. Strange Love. But
I like that one, the crack comics.
Yeah, that's These are
Sorry, I've
books
been
you've
drinking
had
now.
for a while, right?
I've been drinking Ramita coladas all night, so
That's great.
Are they
Now,
complete? Are all the pages there?
yeah, but we need mending tissue fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I see. Yeah.
So no, all the
oh,
pages aren't there on this
no,
one.
they aren't.
We're missing at least 2 on this one.
But it presents well. Yeah,
Hey, maybe it
that
doesn't affect
sucks.
the story. Maybe those first 2 were ad.
Not too many spine ticks. My dog has more ticks than that comic.
Well, that box of comics, was it Jambo? I think Jambo is interested in a book that's in there. And the other week you were trying to find this box. It looks like you found it. Night Tiger's real big on these. Well, I think anyone would be. These ones with the war bonds and the stamps and stuff.
And only one staple.
Well, that
How
was
much
that
you
was
for that?
that's the way it was because of the war.
Yeah, they're saving stables.
So that's.
You already got a price on that one, or what?
Why don't you guys do an experiment and see if you guys can clean these things up?
You got a price on that one, or?
I want to see what you guys can do. Why don't you guys just take them?
I think
Send
he's
them to
offering
me.
to send you free. That sounds good.
Send it to me. I'll fix them up, and then you can let me know what you want for them.
Shouldn't we wash them first?
Well, I could do that here. I'll wash them, and I'm getting a press, so I can do the pressing on them.
I'm gonna.
you're gonna get
How
a
about I wash
press?
them?
Oh, okay.
You want me to start the wash tonight?
I don't think you got the right ingredients.
I've got a bathtub right over here. Yeah, that always makes me nervous.
You need
when
some
these
calcium
little comics.
hydroxide. It needs a bath of calcium hydroxide.
There was some book in that pile that Jambo was looking for the other day, but I have no idea. Maybe if he's watching or watches this on a replay, he'll know. Myers says only put the books in the top rack of the dishwasher. A slangy word for an American is
So you wash it and you microwave it. We wash it and then you put it in the microwave, right?
Yeah, they're hopefully no one watching it really is taking it seriously.
Wait, you got to take the staple out though before you put it in the microwave.
Yeah, and then you have to clean and polish the staple.
The staple has to come out anyway when you clean the pages, so that's not a
Hey,
big.
wait! Don't do that to the staple because that's considered restoration.
Well,
yeah,
if you do it really good.
Don't polish that staple too hard, yeah.
Well, Jerry the Jitterbug's channel is fascinating because he doesn't do restoration; he does conservation, and that means that any of the when he puts a book pack together, anything can be removed. As long as it can be removed, it's no longer considered restoration. It's from what I understand. But sometimes it's fun to watch his channel, even though I
can't you remove the whole comic? You can light the whole comic on fire and it'll remove the whole thing.
It'll remove all the problems. Yes, you'll no longer have any worries about that comic. I could tell you had a little bit to drink tonight, Kevin. I hope you're gonna. What's the name of that guy? Peddling Pete. It sounds like you're about ready to start tearing books apart.
Oh, Peddling Pete, he would have eat that book already. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he eats books too, man. He's like a insane wrestler.
He's on. He's right. He's live right now, I think.
He is. I'm on against him. No wonder. That's fantastic.
You want me to see what he's
He's
got?
actually pretty funny. My wife thinks he's pretty funny because he's unlike
Hey.
anyone.
Kevin, when are you getting the Ben Cooper figures, costume figures? Halloween.
Have people started getting them yet in the mail?
I haven't gotten any.
Because I think they announced the second series before the first series even came out.
Really?
You set one aside, right?
They're not out yet, but yeah, it'll be set aside for you.
Oh, okay.
Are you getting a whole set?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting 4 sets here.
Okay, I really want the Planet of the Apes one. Are you getting that?
Is it part of the set?
I don't know.
This not has nothing to do with.
set.
Hey, here's Pete right here.
181 was that common, then fucking it wouldn't be worth a goddamn fuck.
Oh, he's talking
Whoa.
about 181. He's about to eat one.
Hey, Trump, you used to be here. I know why I
This
asked about
guy's
you.
great.
I mean, you drink and say that's fine. After Coke Zero, baby, that's fine. That's fine.
I tried to reconfirm before I.
So maybe take you 10
I'm about to go. I'm gonna go back over there anyway.
He's going off the hinges right now.
All right, do me a favor. Give me the Coke Zero on live film
Yes.
and a seltzer water. Thank you, babe. All right, guys, I'm back. Let me see. Anybody on the comments here? Because you've been going running around.
Here, I'll talk to him.
You bought stuff from him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. What numbers are the Invincible? Hold on, Tracy. I'm sorry, brother. I've had her. Yeah, Susan's been running around like fucking goddamn a field runner and shit.
Holy crap!
Yeah, he's a piece of work.
Issue 143. He's looking for some more issues too. Number 1 with number 95. Issue 111. Issue fucking 135. Issue 137.
You know what? Everybody loves Invincible, and I've never even seen it.
I haven't either.
And you know what they do? And I'll tell you what. They kill a different character in every episode, and that's what they're doing now with this X-Men 97. They're killing a different character. Because it creates shock and awe, and everybody tunes in.
And they tear up, and yeah, you take something from people's childhood in the 1990s, and then you try to recreate it really closely, and then you kill them off one at a time, and
Back books.
and what you're doing is you're getting reactions, people tearing up, and you didn't earn those tears. The people that did that TV series in the 1990s that built those characters up they're the ones that humanize them enough that people care when they die. All you're doing is taking someone else's creation and killing them off. It's like the first of those Disney Star Wars movies. What was it called? The first one with the girl. No, it wasn't. It was the second one, I think. Whatever one where Luke Skywalker is now an older guy, and he meets R2-D2 again after 40 years. And
he's living on that island drinking blue milk.
Yeah, but I don't know what part. I don't remember the movie that well. All I remember is there was one scene where he's there with R2-D2 after all these years, and it got me, even though it's a shitty movie. I had tears in my eyes because that's R2-D2, and that's Luke Skywalker from 1977, and he's meeting him again. But that movie didn't earn those tears that everyone had in the theater. That was earned by people decades ago, and all they did was just manipulate you. And but that was a good scene. I don't know which movie that was in. Maybe it was. It's
easy to tear a character down. It's hard to create a new character, and it's real easy to tear him down.
Yeah, yeah. You take Indiana Jones, so he's old and he's cringing in the corner, but this British woman will help him save him. You know, it's just like that's all he do. Make
So
Luke
weird.
Skywalker nursing
So this
from some
strawberry
boob
habanero.
from an alien creature, all that stuff.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that Pedal and Pete is pretty great. It's if you want to look that guy up, it's pedal like a bicycle pedal, and then the letter N, and Pete, the name Pete, and he's a lot of fun to watch
He ate a
his
copy of Hulk
actions.
181 because it didn't have the coupon and people were complaining. So he said, "I'm just going to eat it," and just ate it.
He had some Wonder Woman comic from the late '40s, and some guy said, "Can you sell it to me for $40 cheaper?" And it was a good price already. And he started cursing. He tore that book in half and threw it. It was really bad. I was like, that upset me. But I forgive him because he's so filled with hatred towards everyone. It's so much fun to watch him. Yeah, that's him.
I don't know who the hell's on that. Okay.
Is that the same guy that tore up the comic book because nobody wanted to give him the price that he wanted? Was the Wonder Woman
Yes,
comic?
he's
the same guy.
And
Oh my
apparently he
goodness.
eats Hulk 181s. He actually eats the entire comic on the air.
Oh my god!
I know
Really?
it's long, but it's still funny. That Wonder Woman thing got me,
Man.
though. He crossed the line with that, I have to admit.
Wow, that's not normal, man. That is not normal. I mean,
that guy's not normal, but it's sure good entertainment. I mean,
well,
you go to the
it
freak show
is, yeah.
circus, no one's normal, but you pay your ticket.
No, I'm just saying that is just not a normal thing to do, you know. But it is entertaining.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insanity. I don't want him to be my next door neighbor, but I don't mind watching it on television. Oh boy. Well,
I wouldn't mind him being my neighbor, actually.
Yeah. I wouldn't even want
well,
Mark Hamill
Dr.
as my
Fox,
neighbor.
anything cool to show? I've been completely ignoring you. I'm so sorry, man. I've been having problems with my phone and all this. You got anything cool to show, or are you just hanging out?
You talking to me? Or are you talking to Dr. Fibes?
Oh, I was talking to Dr. Fibes.
There he is. Dr. Phoebes.
Yes, I'm sorry.
If I can make
didn't understand what Ratu was saying.
He asked you if you had anything cool to show. He was. If you had anything that you wanted to show, I think.
Yeah, I can show.
I won't call you Captain Fibes. I won't call you Captain Fibes.
You can call me Captain Fibes. You can call me whatever you want. I've been called a lot worse than you can imagine.
I'm drinking some water.
So, yeah, I'll show something.
What do you got in the water? Vodka, Kevin?
No, I'm just drinking straight water.
So here's an Italian.
Italian book.
It's like a little comic book / fanzine. So the movie is The Revenge of the Vampire, is what it translates to. But what's interesting about this is that inside, it's actually photographs.
Oh, Fumetti.
Yeah.
Fumetti.
Yeah, it is. It's Italian. Of course, Paulo could tell me all about it. But, yeah, it's kind of a cool little...
It is. It's unusual. I like unusual items. To me, a collection is not complete unless you got something really unusual and things that maybe nobody else really, would collect or have normally. So I think that's pretty cool.
Sure. Let me grab another couple of items. So for horror fans, these were books that came out, probably 15 years ago. But they're not real expensive, but they're cool because they're large books with a lot of great photographs
Oh yeah,
in them.
kind of like the books you showed on
Yeah.
Four Color Fossils the other day.
So, let me just show you a couple pictures. But I mean, you can see that.
Yeah, but what movie is that from?
Is that Destination Moon?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which was in color, which was a great, and of course, this is a great film too. The Time Machine.
Yeah.
Rod Taylor. Robert. I actually have a movie poster for this one.
Ooh.
But as you can see, I mean, it's just kind of neat because it has really nice big photographs.
Yeah.
Not very, very little text in it. So
It's a nice coffee table book.
it is.
That is cool. Invasion of the Saucermen
Yes.
with Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
I got a photo, a movie. What do you call it?
Like a lobby card.
No, not the lobby card. A photographic print from the film that he signed for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Frank Gorshin. I don't know.
That's really cool.
I got it someplace up
Yeah,
here.
he did great impressions of actors.
Yeah.
He was a talented guy. So there's this one. This is the classic sci-fi. And then the other is the classic horror.
Companion book, kind of, right?
Yeah. And again, just some really great photographs.
Yeah. I mean, when you look through that, it makes you want to go out and see the film. I haven't seen that. The Hunchback from Notre Dame.
No, this one is right here. Is the Fred March film of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh yeah, all right.
And then of course you got Dracula over here.
And Charles Lawton
Got
did
a really nice poster of that as well. That's an original.
Charles Lawton did.
There's the original Hunchback.
Charles Lawton.
No, this is the Lon Chaney Sr.
Oh yeah, that's a silent one.
This is the silent one. Yep. Yeah, I actually like the Charles Lawton one better.
Yeah, me too.
That's my
I
favorite.
haven't seen it for a long, long time. I gotta get a copy of it, a DVD.
Yeah, I have it on DVD. They've actually released it on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and it's a
well, that's
beautiful
even better.
print.
Then I'll get better detail out of that.
Yeah, it's a great print. Of course,
Yeah.
you've got Lon Chaney here, Phantom of the Opera, and then Lon Chaney here in London After Midnight, which this film right there on the left, he's a vampire. That film doesn't exist. That's one of them that was destroyed because of the nitrate, and they didn't get to it in time, so they didn't save any of those movies. The only thing that exists of London After Midnight are the photographs, and they're still hoping that somebody will find a print somewhere, hidden somewhere. But as of right now, that film does not exist, nor will it probably ever exist.
Wasn't there a remake of that film?
Yes, there was. Mark of the Vampire, I think, with Bela Lugosi.
Yes.
Here's, in fact, speaking of Bela Lugosi, this is him playing the Frankenstein monster. Which I didn't, I mean, I loved all these movies, and I loved them as a kid especially. But to me, he was the weakest Frankenstein monster. Bela.
Yeah, he didn't. That doesn't impress me too much either. Karloff is still the one for me.
Karloff by far was the best, absolutely. And then I'd say Strange. What's his first name?
Christopher Lee?
No, his last name is Strange. He's the guy from
Oh.
Gunsmoke. I'm drawing a blank right now, but he's the one that is used on the Aurora models. It's his face. And Glenn Strange, that's his name, Glenn Strange. And he was also he's the bartender that is in the old 60s, 50s TV show Gunsmoke. He's the one that played Frankenstein in the Abbott and Costello version.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a lot of the photographs, he looked great. He was probably the second best looking Frankenstein monster. Was Glenn Strange.
I remember that guy from as the bartender on Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Yeah. He was
I mean, I didn't, make the connections until now. But.
Yeah. He also played a couple of other monsters in some of the Universal films. Not real popular ones, but if you look him up, he was an interesting guy. But he's most famous, of course, for playing the bartender in Gunsmoke.
What a role from bartender to monster.
Yeah. Grab something else. This is kind of a cool book. Speaking of pop culture, I loved this show when I was a kid, and still love it.
Oh yeah, the Avengers. I seen all the episodes. Yeah, that was great. That and there's another one, the Prisoner. I love those.
Prisoner was excellent. Yes, and I also liked the Saint. I liked the Saint. I thought that was really well done. But this one again has some really, really nice photographs. It's just a really well done book.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of the Avengers,
Diana Rigg.
So apparently the name Emma Peel came from. Of course, this is Honor Blackman right here. She was the original woman first with John Steed, and then she was replaced by Diana Rigg, Emma Peel, and she's also the woman that played Pussy Galore in the James Bond movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same one.
What a name for the movie! When that came out, man, everybody was just crazy about the name. Look, we got two Gratus here.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But
experimenting.
When he does that, man, it's so weird.
I'm on my laptop. I gotta turn this down on that.
So one of the reasons that her name was Emma Peel, was when they were sitting around creating her character, one of the producers said, "Well, I really wanted her to have man appeal," and so anyway, it became he wrote it down as M appeal for man appeal. And then they just kind of stopped. Emma Peel. Well, there we go. There's her name.
Emma Peel, yeah.
Emma Peel.
That's crazy.
So, Ratu.
There was a third one too that played.
Yes.
What was her name?
I'll show you her.
I uploaded some pictures of her on Instagram, a couple of years ago. Now I can't even remember her name.
Tara something.
That's it, Tara.
Yes. Yeah. Here she is as a blonde.
Right. That's the one I'm thinking.
Yeah, she was the last one, and then the series ended from the 60s. Then it got picked up a little bit later. Here's some better pictures of her.
Yeah. I got some nudie cutie photographs of her.
Yeah, she was she was good. Diana Rigg was my favorite.
Yeah. I think it was probably everybody's favorite.
Yeah, this is, you know, and when they introduced her, they started bringing in the character of that the heavy gentleman right here that they started calling Mother.
Right.
And it just kind of changed the whole show, but it was kind of on its way out once Diana Rigg left. She was impossible to replace. So is Gratu still trying to?
I think. Can I be heard? Am I still?
Yes,
heard?
I hear you, Gratu.
Okay. Am I echoing?
No.
No.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
You sound like you're in a little bit boxy, but you're not echoing. You're sideways.
Yeah, but one of them is the real me, and one of them isn't.
You should put yourself upside down.
Yeah. Well. Informative. I didn't know about Glenn Strange, says Library 88. My wife is laughing about something. Sigmund says, "Hi, Greta. My God, it's the boys' club here. Lots of testosterone." Echoing was a hilarious disaster. Let me see something here. Which one is? I can. That doesn't work.
What is that noise?
Oh shit! We've got more people coming in. I didn't even know it.
New World Comics. That's the same as
There's
Gotham.
an inside joke from last Saturday morning.
Meyer.
Because we're talking about comic books becoming woke and part of the New World Order. That's just another camera coming from
Gotham City.
From Gotham City.
Hey, Meyer, how's it going?
It's good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Not bad.
You know, I didn't look down at the comments to see that you had printed Glenn Strange.
Yeah, just like right as you said, Glenn Strange. Like I just pushed enter and then you said it. So we both. I mean, I was just thinking of it as you were. Yeah.
Don't you hate that when? I mean, it's a name that I've said a million times, and just for whatever reason, I just completely drew a blank on his first name.
Oh yeah, it happens to me all the time too. That sort of thing.
I know it.
Comes with age.
It does. It sucks.
Oh, you know that the other day in your video, or maybe it was in one of your shares. I can't remember. Maybe it was last night. You showed that that horror book from the 70s that was missing the cover, that was red and hardback, and you had saved all those plates, and you had hung those plates up. So I have that same book, and I bought it in about 1972 at a bookstore, or my mother bought it for me. My mother bought it for me in a bookstore about 1972, and I poured over it much in the same way that you did. And then in the back, in the back how there's an index. So in the back of mine, I developed my own rating system. Like I had 1 star, 2 stars. I had a little bloody dagger if the movie was gory in my little 10-year-old mind or 8-year-old mind.
Oh, that's great.
And then the movies that I saw that were on the index at the back, I rated them. And some of them, it's pretty funny. I'll show it to you. Hang on, let me find it. I'm going to grab it.
Oh, that's great.
Go get it.
So while Meyer's grabbing that, here's something for you guys that I know that
Dr. Fibes froze.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Oh, here we are. So anyway, I just real quick, I got this. And the reason I got this is because the retail price for this thing is ridiculous. It's $150.
What?
$150 is what it says on the back of this book.
Wow.
But I ended up getting it for $60.
Oh, that's good.
60. And so for me, I mean, and it's the House of Mystery, the Bronze Age, and I love these. I love these stories.
Was that
and this
color?
thing? And it was still factory sealed when I got it.
It had to be in color for $150 originally.
Oh, yeah, and yeah, it's well done. It's just that they're not practical because they're so thick and heavy. This isn't something that you're just gonna throw in a bag to read somewhere. That's real convenient, like when you're on vacation, because they are so heavy.
Table book.
But yeah, it's more
pleasant book to read. It's too heavy. It's not. It is. It's practical.
Yeah,
maybe like a pulpit, or like what are they like a stand where you get a speech from. You need one of those to put the book on.
Yeah, they're a heavy, thick book. But again, I mean, for that price, I was happy. To get it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine paying $150 for it.
Can't imagine anybody wanting to pay $150 for that book. And I mean,
it's crazy.
It is.
And they do sell them.
There's that slip cover. Martin.
Yes, that's the slip cover right there. I have another one that does have the slip cover.
With $150, with $150.
Say that again, Gratu.
Oh, I didn't know if I could be with $150. You could buy probably most of the comics, the originals that are in that volume.
It's crazy.
Unless the value's gone up a lot. Let me see. Oh, I got to see what. I'm so confused because I've got two. I'm looking at two different. I don't know what to do, man. I hate this shit. Okay, which one is?
There's two Gratus and there's two Kevins.
I know. We're starting a trend. I'm trying to get Myra the full screen. Oh, there it is. All right, okay. There you go.
So I'm surprised by how many of these movies that I saw and that I rated. I didn't realize it was that many, but let me show you. So this is what I was telling you about on the index. See right there?
Oh, that's great.
2 stars is the best. This is I'm 8. I'm 8 right here. Maybe 9. The best. Very good. Okay. Lousy, gross, and amusing.
So what did you? Yeah, which one got lousy? I'm curious. What did you think was lousy at 8 years old?
Let me find one. I'm looking.
Your later grade dates that way.
I gave The Island of Lost Souls lousy.
Isn't that funny? I mean, a great classic movie.
What would you rate it today?
But you were 8 years old.
I also gave The Mysterious Island lousy. I don't know why. I like that movie now. Look at this other one. I gave 1 Million BC lousy.
Oh,
wow. Harsh critic. I was a harsh critic. I gave The Raven lousy.
Wow.
I know. Can you believe
it? You were a brutal little critic, man.
Yeah,
it's a brutal little scamp you were.
It's exactly how I am. That's it. I want to see what I gave Amusing. Amusing was Captive Wild Woman.
Oh, there we go. All right, now tell me a couple that you gave it like top billing, like was the best.
All right, the best. Oh, you know what I gave? I gave Abominable Dr. Phibes the gross symbol.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's great.
The gross symbol was like a red star with a knife going through it. All right, so what did I give the very best? Let's see when I was 8, what were the best monster movies that I had seen? House on Haunted Hill.
Good taste.
King Kong versus Godzilla. Both of those.
That was entertaining.
That's it. Those are the only. That's 3. I was such a harsh critic, dude.
Wow, you were.
And there's a lot. Look at them all.
That is great.
What was in my mind at the time, like why I liked certain movies and didn't like certain movies. I'm not really sure. And
man, I would have done that when I was a kid. I wish I could look back and see.
Such a harsh critic. It's interesting though.
And you were watching these probably on television, I would assume.
Absolutely.
All of
Oh
all
yeah.
of them. They've
It
all
was
been on either on Creature Features or Saturday or Sunday afternoon on local television. That's how I
Yeah.
saw it.
Maybe the commercials had something to do with it.
Yeah, there's no telling. I might have been like high on high C or something. With sugar. But I probably was a harsh critic because I was exposed to newer stuff too, and so I couldn't like it was interesting. I didn't like Island of Lost Souls probably because it was so slow and grainy, black and white
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, it's funny how your tastes will change as you get older, and certain movies that I loved as a kid and don't really care for now and so forth.
And when you get constant commercial interruptions and they're probably editing things out of it,
That's true. Yeah, that changes things as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, our local horror
Those were
hosts, we had two.
extremely uncomfortable.
Was the Ghoul and Sir
yeah.
Graves Ghastly. Hey, Kevin, I know that book.
Yeah, I have it too. We all have it. That's interesting. You showed that the other day too, and mine is also in really good shape that I have.
The Adventures of Captain Marvel. That was probably the best serial that was ever done, in my opinion.
Really? Okay.
That I've seen, anyway.
Dr. Fives, can I ask you, was your last video, did you re-upload a video?
I'm not
Did you
sure what the
change?
question. Say that again.
You had a video, I watched it, I made a comment, and then it seemed like the video was removed and the ending was changed.
Yes, and I explained that yesterday when I was on the show. So that's a good question because your comment was great, and there was a couple of others that I wish I didn't have to get rid of it because. So what happened was I had a technical difficulty and I made the mistake of not watching the video before I loaded it completely through. Right, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, everything's done, it's good. I went ahead and loaded it, put it up. And I'm getting comments. I'm like, great. So then I sat and watched the whole thing, and it just completely cut me right off. And I remembered now because I had a couple that I had deleted, and I uploaded the wrong one. Anyway, it's kind of a complicated story, but I ran out of memory on my phone. So what I had done is edited a certain part where it didn't just cut me off. And then I tagged on that ending part, kind of saying, thanks for watching my video. See you next time. And when I did the edit, of course, I also cut out parts of where I'm talking about the Tim Burton film, Batman, and some of the current Marvel movies and so forth. That all got cut out. And then you're not able to save it. So once you've loaded it on YouTube, you can't re-edit it. To get rid of it, you just got to delete everything, which deleted my comments and everything. So I just reloaded a new version, and I was glad that Gratu commented again and put some of the same comments down. I appreciated that. But
I thought that was just part one, and you were going to make a part two, and you left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That was just a total, flub up. I mean,
I was waiting.
They'll get better and smoother. I'm impressed by.
I wanted to hear your take on Michael Keaton. I was waiting to hear the take on Michael Keaton.
Yes, because that's what you said in the comment. And so what I'm going to do is I want to do a whole video actually talking about some of the Marvel movies and the DC movies and my take on, Michael Keaton and so forth. So that is coming.
Okay, I'll wait for that. You don't have to say it now.
Okay. Gratu, your audio's off. Can't hear your audio.
He was nodding his head. I couldn't understand what he was saying by his nod.
Audio's still off.
I can understand him completely what he's saying right now, bro.
You can hear him?
No, I can understand just by how he's nodding his head.
Okay. Are you still here, Meyer?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Lurking.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I'm here. I'm listening.
I think he was talking about earlier here until he comes back. We were talking about these shirts. He owned these shirts. And he said that they were very uncomfortable.
Yeah, they were. I had a couple of them too. They were very uncomfortable. They came unraveled after just a few washings, and they made you sweat, and they kind of stunk because they were this polyester cheap polyester, almost like what pajamas were made out of. Remember, Martin?
Yes. Yes. Remember when polyester was so popular back in the late 70s, mid 70s, and it was just horrible materials. Awful.
Yeah. And then the transfers were like plastic and sticky. So if you got sweaty, they would stick to your chest, right? Remember that? Or the numbers in the back of your jersey would stick to your back. It was it was a hindrance.
Yeah. It's awful. And that material is flammable. I mean, it's just, there's nothing good about polyester. Except it doesn't wrinkle, I guess.
Do you guys remember which one you had?
Yes, I do. If you pull back, I'll show you. I had two of them. I'll show you the ones I had.
I never had one.
Go back in closer from the top. I had that robot on the far left. The blue one. That one. Then I had that one, and then I had a red long sleeve one that had this like guy on a horse with a spiked helmet and a sword he was holding up in the air. So it might be on the lower there it is right there. Lower right. That one. Except it was red long sleeve. Exactly that one. That was my favorite one, and it like fell apart in like 3 months or something.
It fell apart.
Yeah, it did. It like all came unraveled, and it was like done. It was faded and shitty. Yeah, I couldn't wear it to school. She wouldn't let me wear it because it was like falling apart.
It says right here they were made out of top quality.
Yeah, right.
Top quality. I see polyester. Yeah, top quality polyester.
It says the full color scenes are not decals, which fade or peel, but are dyed into durable polyester and cotton.
Yeah, they were, but they just faded and they itched and they came unraveled.
Yeah, that probably
This means total washability and long life. It said.
Yeah,
totally faded, like probably 5 washings.
So that's false advertisement right there.
Junk.
Yep.
Probably made in China.
Remember when t-shirts were first beginning, you guys, and there would be like a t-shirt shop at the mall, and they would make the shirts for you like right there, and there would be like the decals would be up on the walls, and it was like that heat process.
Yes.
Yeah, you pick them out. Yeah. Yeah, you could just point to the shirt that you want, and they make it right there on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had those up until the early 90s, I think they had those.
It was like a novel thing. It was really kind of the beginning of mall culture as well, but it was one of those things that brought people to the mall, like from kids from school. They would find out that where'd you get that shirt and that sort of thing, and then
they had them at the tourist place, this Old Town Scottsdale it was called. It was a tourist trap, and you could they had a shop there that had those shirts.
Yeah. Get your favorite rock band on there.
But I remember when Simpsons first came out, like in the early 90s, it? Late 80s. And this swap, what do they call them? They used to call it swap meets out here. They had bootleg Simpsons shirts.
Right.
That was crazy, the popularity of Simpsons at that time.
Yeah, like 1989 or 1990, you're probably talking about. I remember that time. I was overseas, and there's tons of bootleg Simpsons and tons of bootleg Ninja Turtles when I was in Seoul at that time. And then when I was in Saudi Arabia in Desert Storm, I bought bootleg Bart Simpson like souvenir war shirts from like these merchants in the middle of the desert from like the back of a Datsun pickup truck. One of them they're totally like homemade shirts. It says like Desert Storm, and it's got Bart Simpson pointing a slingshot at you. Totally, it's like,
I remember that. Yeah. I remember those.
Yeah.
He was a big part of Desert Storm. Bart Simpson was.
Yeah, I have 2 different ones with Bart on them. One of them says something like "It's all over, dude," and then he says, "But you better watch out," something like that, because it was like the end of the war.
Remember how Bart Simpson started? Wasn't it on the Tracy Ullman show?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and it took off.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember it was really cool. It looked much different, but it was real cool. It was kind of edgy and everything. That show was cool as well. The beginning of Fox TV, right? Remember that they kind of were the shows that were on Fox were different than the shows that were on the other networks. Like you had Married with Children, remember? And
Yeah.
I like that show, man.
in Living
Crazy.
Color, they were all good shows.
Yeah,
I like Married with Children.
You could never make those shows today. Never.
Mad
In fact,
Mad TV. They had
yeah,
Mad
no
TV.
way. No way.
No.
These kids would come unglued. They'd shit their pants if they saw a show like that.
I think
Especially-
Tracy Ullman produced a song that was in the top 10 called Sunglasses.
Okay.
She redid that from a song in the 60s by I forget what her name is, somebody from South Africa.
Yeah, she had a few hits that she recorded. There was the other one where she had Paul McCartney in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That They Don't Know? That was the Kirsty McCall song, right?
Yes, that's the one.
And
Yep.
Is my sound okay? Finally.
Yeah, it does. It sounds great, Ratu. Yeah, Christy McCall. She's the one that died in the boating accident, right? Was killed.
I don't know. I don't remember how, but I know she died young.
Yeah, she was
And
killed in
wasn't
a
she
boating
married
accident.
to someone important? Like,
Yes,
she married
she
to like a
was.
member of Pink Floyd or something?
No, I was thinking it was
Who was she married?
somebody. Well, I know she did that song with the guy from the Pogues, but she was married to somebody famous, and she was in a boat. The boat crashed, and the prop hit her and chopped her up, and it was in front of her children too.
Ooh.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. It's a horrible situation.
Kind of reminds me of Gray Morrow. Not Gray Morrow. Vic Morrow, who died
Oh
in
yeah, Vic
the
Morrow.
Twilight Zone movie.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah. Imagine being decapitated. I mean, that.
He was completely chopped in half. Him with the kids. He was holding the children in his arms, and then when that helicopter prop came down, it completely cut him and them in half.
Man, that's. Wow.
And then they changed all the rules, of course, for kids being in a movie. But there's actual footage of that. You can actually see some of the footage on YouTube, but it's a far shot. It's a long shot, and you'll see the flash pot go off, the explosion, and then you see the helicopter come down and crash into the water.
I don't think I'd want to see it, even if they showed the whole thing in detail. I wouldn't want to see it.
Yeah, it was really sad, very very sad situation.
I remember Vic Morrow from the TV series Combat, and then
Combat was awesome.
there was this guy in 1963 that we had Hawthorne Melody deliver our milk, and the driver of the truck that brought our milk, I swear to you, he was the spitting image of Vic Morrow, and we always thought he was Vic Morrow, and he would sign stuff for us with the name Vic Morrow.
Oh,
He
that's great.
could have been a twin brother. It's unbelievable.
That's great.
I might still have some.
Crossing guard.
What was that?
Oh, I just figured I just always assume my voice is the crossing guard at my elementary school when I was in 6th grade was this morbidly obese guy, and he told all of us that he was spanking McFarlane that we were watching in the mornings on the Little Rascals, formerly our gang, and he lived in Dallas, and we were in Arlington. So a lot of people thought, well, maybe that is him because I hear he lives around here. And so, but it wasn't. He was full of shit.
That's great.
You know what? In 1972 or 1973, before it became the Chicago Comic Con, we had the Nostalgia Con that started the whole thing here in Chicago. And Spanky McFarlane was there, and I met him, and I got an autograph from him, and I got to show that sometime too.
Oh, that's
I was talking with him for a while. He was really a nice guy, and he was still, his chubby self. He never lost any weight. He's into adulthood. He always maintained that chubbiness, stocky, chubby kind of physique that he had.
Yeah, and Alfalfa, he had a tragic ending as well.
Yeah, didn't he commit suicide? No, somebody shot him, I think.
I thought it was stabbed. I think he was stabbed to death.
He was shot.
Was he shot?
He was
Okay.
trying to stab somebody. I think
Okay.
he was trying to stab somebody, and then they shot him. Because
Yeah.
he came at somebody with a knife, I think. Isn't that what happened?
I know. Yeah, I know he was killed. I know it was a
Yeah.
situation where he was murdered, and he basically had it coming. From what people say, he was just
Yeah.
a complete
Yeah.
raging a-hole.
Yeah.
And even in fact, when he was doing the Little Rascals, the kids didn't like him because he was such an obnoxious ass.
Yeah, I could believe that for sure.
Yeah, they did not care for him.
Mhm.
He was a jerk.
Little Rascals and Our Gang, you know, that, what was it called? I think it was called Our Gang originally, wasn't it? Or was it called Little Rascals originally? I can't remember now. They
I
changed
love
it.
that show.
If it wasn't for his singing voice, they would never have kept him around.
Really?
No, I'm
Singing voice.
his singing voice was really bad. Remember, he was.
You're right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, but I thought maybe because that word, it was funny. His singing was
No, that was the
horrible.
running gag. Yeah, but maybe
Gotcha.
it was funny. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
He'd be, my dog has fleas.
Yes. Yeah. He
Oh,
was
man.
perfect for that part. It's just too bad he was such a jerk. But that was a funny show, really well made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
All those kids were great.
And then there was, who was that? Man, now his name eludes me. He was charged with murder.
Oh, Robert Blake, maybe.
Yeah, Beretta.
Yeah, right. He was, and he got off. You know, he was
Yeah, he
probably guilty. And he got off. You know, like OJ.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a bummer that
my
Rochester keeps
mom's
getting
generation knew them as Our Gang because they played Our Gang in the theaters. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Everything's delayed and moving like a strobe. When I look at myself, I see my hands move in a weird way, and it's just pathetic. I think on TV they changed it to Little Riddles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to.
as far as movie serials, I'm trying to remember the comments. I'm sorry.
What? No, go ahead. What? You were talking about movie serial? Uh-oh. Now we lost them again.
Kevin, what do you have there?
This is a mask company you guys should check out. It's in Illinois.
Oh yeah,
You know them?
I think I heard of. Yeah. I
They're
know
really
who
good.
you're talking about. I
The
can't think
quality,
of the name.
quality is really good. They used to be called Be Something Studios in the 80s, in the 70s.
Are they still
Now
in
they're called-
business?
They're still in business. They still have molds to some of those old masks.
What are they called now?
I think you say it Zagone. It's either Zagone or Zagoni.
Yeah, I have a couple of their masks. I always thought it was Zagoni, but I don't
Zagoni,
know.
that's right. You're right.
I have
Zagoni.
a couple, and they're really great masks. My son bought a bunch of those masks. He has a bunch of them.
I wonder if that is the same Sagoni that used to be. He used to own a magic shop back in the 1970s on School Street and Lincoln Avenue in Chicago.
It has
It
to be
might
him. It has to
It
be.
might be. I think it's a family business, Hans.
Here's their address right here.
Yeah,
Do you know where that is?
I'm seeing it right now.
But they're in Melrose Park, Illinois, North Avenue.
Yeah, it's right, not far from where I live. You know,
Let me go get. I've got a werewolf mask I can grab real quick. That's Zagoni. Hold on.
I thought you were wearing it.
This is cool. Yeah, they've got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, they're really nice. They use the top quality latex. It smells like a cake. It smells like birthday cake. They're latex.
Oh,
Not
nice.
like that crap from China that smells like you put it on and you want to throw up in your mask.
the stuff from Mexico, that Trick or Treat Studios, it smells like skunk.
Oh yeah, really, man.
Lovely.
And then, but this stuff, yeah, it smells good enough to eat.
It's good enough to eat. Yep.
Mhm. And they have
got
a
some
new
wild
mask.
stuff.
They have a new mask I want to get. It's called. I wrote it down.
He had a Mickey Mouse. He's got a Disneyland. My son's Disneyland hat from when he was like 2, with his first trip to Disneyland. And then he's on top of. He was
That's
on the
great.
shelf, and he's on top of an R2D2 cassette player.
Very nice collectible right there.
And there it is.
Yep.
And this is a really nice mask. Hold on, I'll put it on. It looks pretty. It's real easy and it fits really good. It's full. It's full head.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looks good. Yeah, I
It
remember
does.
him. Bob, I think his name was Bob Sagoni. That owned that magic shop, and we used to go there all the time. And he would print. He had a printer in the back there. He would print fake newspapers for us and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So I bet you it's his kids that are running it now.
probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Would have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, they got some great masks. Their
Yeah, I
prices
want
are
this
bad
one.
either.
Yeah, if you pay 40 to 60, you get a really nice mask. Yeah.
They show a guy that's on the website. It's probably his son.
I have to check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it is the same guy.
Yeah, that's him right there with the mask.
This is the Horror Hotel Zombie.
Yeah, that's great.
mask.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Does. They got some great stuff. I love it. Kevin,
Maybe you
have
can
you
take a,
Quality.
go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe you can take a tour, Cap,
Yeah,
of their studio.
yeah, I can. Yeah, maybe if they'll let me do a video, I'll do that. Check it out. I'll go over there.
Kevin, have you ever watched the Mask Wizards YouTube channel?
No, there's only 2 guys I think I watch mask videos on.
Okay. You should check out the Mask Wizard.
I'm
That's
gonna
all he
write
does.
that down.
He reviews masks. And he's got an incredible collection.
Mask Wizard.
Yes.
I have werewolf hair in my mouth. That's what she said.
I was just going to say something else, but never mind.
Damn. Huh? Like cat hair. It's in there somewhere.
Well, it's better to say cat than something else, I guess.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to take off. I have to go to get up early in the morning. I got a doctor appointment, for a general physical, annual physical.
All right.
And
Yeah.
my
Can
wife.
you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
you're
can hear
back.
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to say goodbye to all you guys.
Captain.
Well, yeah,
Pleasure.
we'll
probably be on next
take
time.
care.
Next week when you do another one. If you do another one, I can be on there.
Next Thursday. Hopefully, I'll have this phone fixed by then.
Yeah. Well, it was actually kind of entertaining, seeing you sideways and talk like
To
a
watch
robot.
suffer. Oh yeah.
All right, man. Take care, you guys. Take it easy.
Take care,
We'll
Bye.
see ya.
Captain. Gratu's gone again.
Yeah, and then he's immediately gone.
Man,
Yeah, that's a bummer, having the technical difficulties like this.
Yeah, it is. It's a big time bummer.
His own show.
Yeah, and it's something new too. He wasn't having this problem like 2 weeks ago. It's
No.
kind of a acquired problem that's been happening, a recurring issue.
Maybe, yeah, all the storms that they've been having maybe has something to do with it. That's scary. Some of those storms I've heard they happen at night. When they have a tornado at night, you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be the worst way to wake up. In 1953, the city of Flint had one of the deadliest tornadoes in American history that was held that record until I think the early 90s or mid 90s. And my mom and my grandparents, they lost everything in that tornado. And it's only because, so they went to my grandmother's sister's house. So my Aunt Thelma, they went to her house, and my grandmother actually was saying that she was going to stay home. She says, I've got so much work to do. Let's just stay here. And my grandfather talked her into going. So they went ahead and went. And that's when the tornado hit. Had they stayed, they would have all been killed. There was nothing left. There was no basement. And the house was completely gone. And when they got back to their house, my grandfather at the time was helping with, clearing debris and helping people out, because there was literally body parts laying everywhere. They found a neighbor's leg in their front yard. And my mom lost several of her school friends in the neighborhood because they were killed. And it's just crazy. So anyway, my grandmother, one of her closest friends, had a crazy story of being involved in this tornado. And when she told me about it, I had seen that there was going to be a documentary done by the History Channel about this tornado. And this is back in the 90s. So this is, early 90s. This was pre-internet. So I found out what company was actually doing the documentary. And I was able to call them, and I told them, I said, listen, I know a woman that you would love to hear her story. I mean, it's just incredible. So anyway, they got in contact with her, and they brought a whole crew, and they filmed her and did this whole bit on her story. And just in a nutshell, real quick, her husband was a World War II pilot, survived World War II, seen a lot of action, and was killed in this tornado. So what happened was, when the tornado started coming, he told everybody to get underneath the bed. He grabbed the baby, and as he was crawling underneath the bed, the room exploded. He got pulled away. She remembers literally being lifted into the air and flying around into the room, and then she got knocked out because a piece of wood hit her in the head, which she still had that scar to this day, And of course, she was like a woman in her late 70s when the documentary was being done. But anyway, and then she had two other girls, so 3 children total. And after the house was in debris and everything was everywhere, she woke up in the yard. She was out front in the front yard, covered with stuff. And she remembers hearing her oldest daughter crying. She went over to her oldest daughter. She was bleeding heavily from her wound on her head. She went to her oldest daughter. Her oldest daughter was just banged up, but not hurt. And then she saw her other daughter. She was more severely injured, but she also survived. And then she found her husband further away, and he was leaning over, throwing up blood. He had a lot of blood coming out of his mouth. He didn't make it. And the baby, she found her baby. And her baby, of course, didn't make it either. The baby died. But it was just a crazy, just unbelievable story.
Where did this take place? Where was this?
This happened in Flint in 1953 tornado.
Oh.
And so after they did this documentary about it, I made a copy that was on, VHS at the time, and it was interesting. It was really well done, the whole documentary. But yeah, if you were to, just Google, you would find all kinds of information, because as I was saying to Meyer, it was one of the deadliest tornadoes in American history, and it held the record until the 90s. And then there was other tornadoes now that have had more people killed.
That's wild.
Yeah, there was a real bad one that went through Wichita Falls.
I'm sorry, you guys.
That's all right. We're used to
I'm
that.
sorry. That always makes me laugh.
That diesel sound. It's almost like a fart. So anyway, you were
Text
saying,
message
Gratu,
noise. Oh, I don't really remember. I just remember a horrible tornado pretty much knocked out all of Wichita Falls in Texas, and maybe about 1980. I don't know. I will correct this phone problem. This is a phone that has very little memory. I didn't realize when I got the phone that I would need much memory because I wasn't doing YouTube stuff back. And it's so I'll fix this problem, and this show will become better in the future. Hopefully, it was still entertaining, even with me barely being here. I think it was a good mix of people, so you guys can entertain without me being there. Um, so, um, so
but it's always good to have the host, and so yeah, that'd be great
yeah,
if we could.
I guess so. Yeah, it's kind of important, but yeah, I
I
guess
seen stuff in your collection I've never seen before tonight.
of
What's
my
that?
collection.
Yeah.
Really? All right. I should do more. I should do a more of a tour video, but maybe I should do it not on StreamYard, but with regular cam show where the quality's better. Well, I want to talk to you guys for a little bit, if it's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and close the show out, and then we
All
can
right.
say our goodbyes off the air.
Goodbye,
Anyway,
everybody. Thanks for watching.
Talk to you soon, guys.
Thanks for
Everybody,
watching.
thanks
Bye,
for
everybody.
watching, and
Thanks.
scram, man. Get
See you guys.
lost.